Because we got new people from both sides.
Xander, is that the way you're writing? I guess that's the way you want us to spell it. Okay, I've always been probably kind of misspelling it in a way, but I got you.
Well, we all, there's quite a few of us that still gets it confused, but I think his actual spelling is the Xander.
Hey, Coyote.
It's
I
pronounced.
sent you a message,
as the
Brenda.
Z. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
Okay.
sent you a text.
So he was just telling everybody how to say his name, doing it that way.
Christy, can you see my dog over there on every pillow I own? I'm like, she didn't even miss a pillow, man. She got them all.
Hey, Jake.
Okay,
Jake.
Brenda.
Outdoors with Big Matt.
Yep. He's a good channel.
Big supporter.
Does lots of background work for us too. Xander said, my mother likes the name Alexander, just doesn't like how people change it to say Al or Alex when they get older, so she named me Xander, but that doesn't look like how it's pronounced. Xander in English is pronounced Xander. So we still get it wrong every time. You ought to know that by now.
Yeah.
It's just one of them difficult names to try to remember. But we ought to have it by now.
Thank you, Angie.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I got a little more sleep.
You can call me Jan.
Yes,
Not
you
simple.
got
I like simple for you better, Jan.
So I can't remember, Tony. Did you go deer hunting?
No, I don't
Okay.
hunt. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you did.
No, we got all the deer out back. I mean, today, about 2 hours ago, there was like 5 out there. About 6 feet off back house, but we raise our own food, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
If
I just couldn't remember.
Right. If things got bad, I know where the grocery store is.
Yep.
And everybody around us thinks the exact same way. It's really good where we're at.
Good.
That's funny. I just noticed under where you post a comment in StreamYard, it says comments will be posted to multiple channels.
Yes,
so
I did FBN. It was a good game.
That's the first time I've seen that all down there. Huh. Okay. No, I haven't been watching any football, so I haven't kept up with any of it.
I only watched it because I have Amazon Prime. Otherwise, I would have never watched it.
I haven't yet, but I just pulled my TV out of storage, and hopefully it's going up on the wall this week. So maybe I'll get to watch a game. Does anyone here kill their own chickens? I don't anymore, but I used to.
Yep.
Someday I will.
Yeah,
we don't kill them. We put them down. They're processed. They live a very good life. Only one bad day a year. They're very healthy birds. Yes.
How many do you have, Tony?
When we usually do them, we usually do about 50 at a time.
You do meat birds, or you do your laying?
Meat birds, corn squash. Yeah. 2 years ago, our chickens, the lowest was 7 pounds. The highest was 13 pounds. And the average probably was around 10. This past year, our lowest was 6 pounds and the highest was about 9.5.
Wow.
That's still a decent sized bird.
Yeah. We ordered
to me, that's always big.
What's that?
I said, to me, it always seems big to let them get that big. I would think that the bigger they got, the tougher they would be.
No, No,
No.
they're not. And we
Depends on the breed.
could be. I went to this year and last year, I went to 24-hour feeding on the Cornish Cross. And I learned that from Jason at Cog Hill Farm. Him and I talked when they were at the meetup a year ago. And he said that when they used to raise their chickens for restaurants, they realized that they were getting a bigger bird for the same amount of time, and the price was better. And so we tried it the first year, and my birds got huge. Last year, they didn't, and I thought I ordered up all male birds, but who knows? I may have gotten females. I'm not too sure what happened this year. And it made
Hello,
sense.
Northern Crow Hobbies and Tales in the Dark, or Tales Told in the Dark.
I keep threatening my egg layer birds. If you don't start laying eggs, you're becoming freezer camp.
Mhm.
Tony, did you notice recently your chickens stopped laying?
Yes.
All right, so it's not.
So of
just me.
ours a little bit.
Yeah.
I won't be watching then, Ryan.
I was going from
Saying.
about 8 eggs a day. Now I'm lucky if I get one. And my ducks stopped laying.
They usually do at the time change.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, it messes up their cycle
Our
for a little
ducks
bit until they get used to waking up earlier.
Our ducks haven't laid at all yet.
How old are they?
I don't know, but they should be old enough to be laying by now.
'Cause
Mark,
I think
how old are your hens?
average 2 years, year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, I was to say they'll go through a molt at 18 months and they'll stop laying for a while then.
Okay.
So that might be part of it too. And then wintertime, they usually lay less.
Mine went through the molt also. And let's see, prior to less than a year ago, I had 13 birds up there and I'd get, say, 10 eggs a day. And then all of a sudden it just plain stopped. And then it went for like 4 months, nothing. And then they molted. And then they grew the feathers back and they started doing 1 or 2 eggs a day. And now they're back to doing just almost nothing or 1 egg. I'll find every couple of days, so I don't know what's going on with them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Matt, I read that to keep a light on there, but I heard it stresses them out a lot more.
Well, and the thing with the light is that, that you're going to hear different schools of thought on it, but a hen if you only have them for laying hens, a laying hen only has so many eggs in her system that she's going to produce throughout her lifetime. So if you leave a light on, that means you're going to get more eggs now, but in the future, she's going to stop laying. Yeah. And then she's just going to be a freeloader because she's out of eggs. So
my birds are about 2 years old now, and I put a light in there about a year ago, and the light, at first I thought helped, but I don't think it helped at all. And I don't know what happened. I've changed feed and I did all kinds of different things and gave it time, and nothing's really worked.
Yeah, we had 28 birds in Washington and we got 24 eggs every day. It got to the point where we were waiting for them to go into molt so that we could use up some of the eggs that we had because we couldn't get rid of them. It was just me and my sister. We didn't need 24 eggs a day.
Right.
That's what in the springtime they were laying like crazy, like tail end of last winter and the springtime, and summertime they slowed down, and then like I said, now it went into like I checked it yesterday, I checked it today, and I only had 1 egg.
Well, and then too, you can check and see if somebody's broody and like hiding a clutch of eggs.
Yeah, I've been checking for that. Sometimes
mine,
they do.
We had a couple that were rogue hens that would fly out of the coop, and we thought that they got taken out by a coyote. And then a month later, here she comes with a whole, 20 more chicks following her behind.
Yeah, I let mine go broody sometimes, but most of the time I wind up getting more damn roosters than anything.
Well, ours were Swedish flowers, the hens, and
Hi, Booga.
the roosters would sell for like $30 a piece at the livestock auction because they were such beautiful birds. But yeah, we'd wind up with like, it got to the point where we wouldn't even grow them out anymore. We'd just sell the babies because we were so sick of having little babies constantly all over the place.
Yeah, I guess so. And then having to feed them too.
Yeah.
Tony, you said yours was your turkey. What do you have? I have broad-breasted bronze. You said yours got pretty big, and mine's about 35, 40 pounds. My Tom.
Yeah, we had ours are the white broad-breasted, and I don't know how long we kept them. I don't remember, but yeah, that's what we had, and they got big. I actually made a killing cone out of a small garbage can. I can't remember. I think it's a 15-gallon can, and hung it with a pipe through it and everything, and it worked fantastic. But we both said that we probably won't do turkeys again. I don't know. We may or may not. We'll just see.
Mine became more pets right now. Like I tell everybody that I'm not going to take them out unless times get tough. But they're pretty interesting birds because they come around me. They'll stay around me. They'll follow me wherever I go. They're like dogs almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have one turkey. It's a white one. That's all I know. Sorry, Tony. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'd love to let mine follow me around, but we've got. I mean, everybody's got wild animals, but we literally got coyotes hanging around now. We've got hawks are up top, so we have to be careful. I mean, even my egg layers, I would love to have them run everywhere. I can't. I don't have them in a small area. I have them in a large area that's fenced in within the woods, so the hawks can't fly in from up top, or the owls can't get them. But they are put up every night. But still, we have two coops. I call the one up front my garden coop, and they are 2 years old, just say. And I have another coop out back. That's by my goats, and they are around 6 or 7 years old, and they haven't given me eggs in like 3 years. And I want to make them freezer camp. My wife says, no, they're like pets. You leave them alone. So,
yeah.
And you have bought pets too. Yeah.
That's
Tony, I have a question.
Yeah.
You said your coop is in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, and I'm asking this because that's where I'm planning on putting my hens at, but do you have any problems with like raccoons or anything coming down the trees, or do you have a top on the coop?
No,
I mean, on the run.
The one I see that's in the woods, that basically, if you see my videos, I've got a garden out front, and I've got there's a chicken coop you can literally see like right in the garden in a way. I have a little door on the east side that opens up to a fenced area that's within the woods. Raccoons and all them come out at night. At night, my birds go in, and I close the door so they don't get in there.
And that's what I'm planning on doing. I just was worried, in Washington, we had raccoons that would just come right down the trees and get our birds. So, but the way I'm planning on building the coop, it'll be pretty sturdy. So they shouldn't be able to get into them at night, or after they're in their coop.
Now, my meat birds, I actually built, it was 5-foot chain link fence tall, no, 6 foot. And I buried a foot of the fence in the ground. It's a large area too. It's a really large area. And I buried a foot of the chain link fence in the ground. And then I bought 24-inch chicken wire, and I wrapped around the whole bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the top, it is chicken wire. It is sealed on top where the meat birds are, because that's kind of out in the open in a way. But then I have old roofing, metal roofing that's just laid on top, that's strapped down to protect them from sunlight and rain. But that's how that one's set up. And I have not, knock on wood, ever had a predator get in I haven't had a predator get any of my coops at all.
Yeah. Well, and I know in Washington where we were right next to a wildlife refuge.
Right.
So, and just
Hey,
the
Rick.
sheer number of, I mean, it was a nightly occurrence with the raccoons and the possum getting the birds. So, and we didn't have a chicken coop that was, solidly built.
Right.
That's what my primary run for them. Like I had a storage shed, converted that into the coop, and then I have just for the chickens. I'm down to only about 13 now, but it's about 20 by 30. And then I have another attachment onto that. It's like 10 by 10 for the ducks, but I cut a hole in between. So this way they have free range between the two. And then the turkeys have a chain link. That's probably about 30 feet by 8 foot.
Right.
Back to good. You can put them in a frying pan.
Yeah, right.
I've never had them, but I've heard they're okay.
Our
Rattlesnake.
biggest problem was, and both times it was my fault, the foxes and sometimes red-tailed hawks. The fox got into my pen because I was trying to modify the duck pond.
I'll be right back.
And there was a little bit of a gap underneath, and fox wound up getting 2 roosters, a hen, and 2 ducks in one night.
Hey, Ed.
Hello.
Hey, Ed.
I had
Hello.
Did you ever get your camera working, Ed?
No, I did not. I mean, the camera works, but I have the wrong cord for the microphone.
Hi, Rick.
You probably get a pretty cheap microphone.
This was a cheap microphone. I just don't have the right plug-in for it.
Right. Hey, Brenda, does mine sound loud still?
no, you're good.
I
Okay.
think you're fine, Tony. You sound good on my end.
Yeah, I got a big teddy bear in front of the microphone against the wall. I talk too loud, so.
Well, usually if it's loud, I turn it down on my side first before I say anything, but I hadn't had to tonight, so you're good.
No, everybody seems to be a good volume.
Yeah.
We had Muscovy ducks in Washington, and I decided when I got out here, I'm not doing ducks again. They are so messy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same with my neighbor over there. He's got ducks, and I go over and see him, and man, there's a mess everywhere. I'm like, oh, I know I ain't having ducks.
Yep. There's always mud.
Yeah, they you cannot keep their pen clean no matter what you do.
Yep.
And don't keep them with your hands because ours got sick. There's something in their poop or something that
Oh, really?
the chicken's sick. So we had to separate them, and oh my gosh, my sister's still dealing with it. I'm like, I'm not getting no ducks.
Jan. Yeah, I'm not orange, huh?
Northern Girl, we started with a half a dozen ducks, and then we wound up with, there was like 23 at one time.
No, Tony, did you change your lighting? You look normal tonight.
Yeah, well, we put in, I didn't know this, but that one light that's up here, it's a night light from another, or not a night light, it's a lamp for another room, and it had a 20 watt, I didn't know that, bulb in it. And then these up here are 40 watt, and I changed them, everything out to 60. And then if I wear a darker color, like I had this red shirt I had on the other night, I think that red actually made my camera make everything more red and orange too. So if I put a darker shirt on, I think it helps with the color too.
Northern Girl, the Muscovies are pretty much like rabbits. Yes.
Yeah, concrete will work, but concrete's expensive.
Yeah, concrete and spray house is not the only thing. And even then, you're in there spraying it down every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one day I'd like to do rabbits.
Yeah, I want
Oh, I
to do
just
rabbits, but I only want to do rabbits for the fertilizer.
I just gotta say one thing real quick. We're on L&M's live, and did you hear Brenda, when she said, "Oh, I didn't know she was on strike."
I didn't embellish because I knew where you was going. I kept on
I just teased. For the people that don't know the joke, I tease Brenda. I always tell because she's on strike. When she was going on all these meetups and stuff, all the people on the corner were missing her.
Yeah, Jan, be careful with
I don't
mixing
think
the duck
Lou
and the
and him
chicken.
knew the story, so they didn't catch it.
No, it was funny though.
Poor Brenda.
Yeah, I get picked on so much.
I was just going to say, who doesn't pick on Brenda?
Yeah.
I
I'm
can't
sure I
remember
don't
what
ask for
channel,
it.
Yeah, she's a good sport about it.
I can't remember what channel, but a channel, they got rabbits, and they actually build their rabbit hutch over their garden beds.
That's what I'm thinking of doing. I think that's a great idea.
Right. And I thought
I'd have
that
to
See,
research
Love you
it.
too, Angie.
when we pick on Brenda, it takes
Janet.
the thought away from her. When she came over on the Mayflower, she doesn't have to. It takes the thought away.
Hey, Dennis.
Like I said, I might be old, but I ain't that old yet.
Brenda, have you tried your heater?
Huh?
Did you try your heater yet?
It's still not done yet. He called yesterday morning, and the repairman's got to see, so they can't come out till at least Monday.
Ugh.
Matt, I don't have enough to pick on Ed yet.
And yeah, Rick, sure you don't.
I don't do anything to get picked on.
Yeah, right.
I don't. I stay home. I left this house.
Any,
I'm talking about on here, though. You constantly are picking on somebody.
Well, yeah, you. No, just you. There's no
figure.
one else to pick on. But there's no one else to pick on.
Even Jan likes
I'm
to
scared of
pick on
Anne Marie,
You should
so I
be.
am not picking on her.
hey Dennis,
Hey, Evelyn. Hey,
Oh,
I won me a new
Evelyn.
cold snack drink or cup.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Yeah, off another channel tonight.
Have a good night, Northern Girl.
Yeah, I miss Lazy Days Ahead's live tonight.
I couldn't
I
win nothing on theirs.
Well,
What is it? Making it home? Making it
Yeah.
home?
Yeah, see,
I was on there.
at the end of their channel. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on their live. I was actually up on the live with them, and I'm like, go ahead and just. It was me and Patty for Tinker's wife. We're up
Yeah.
there, and then they were doing the drawing the
girl.
old-fashioned way. And I said, just go ahead and pack it up and send it to me. It's all right. I'll give you my address. And they drew my name.
I'll be right back. I need something to drink.
Yeah,
Okay,
Angie.
That's
Yeah,
all right, Matt.
She's doing well from surgery. I don't know
Who?
you, Dennis, but I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Dennis's wife had surgery.
I don't know. He's playing nurse for where did I see that?
Yeah, it's
For his
further
bride.
up. Playing nurse for his beautiful bride. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I hate waiting for this job. Sucks.
Yeah. You'll
Well, at
get
least you
it.
got something working. I can't even get that far, it seems like.
Oh, what surprised me is what they're paying me an hour. And I only got to work 4 days a week. maybe 5.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's good. You'll have time to work on your house then.
No, yes and no, because it's 10-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts.
So
There you got 3 days.
Hey,
In.
I don't want to come home at 9:00 at night and to try to fiddle
That's
around
just
with just a.
stuff.
well, like I say, you got 3 days
Yeah,
off.
the
You'll be
3
able to
days
work
of the
on
week.
3
Yeah.
days off.
Oh yeah, but see, I can't. I'm in a dilemma, and since you guys are all on here, especially Anne Marie, since she's done this,
Jesse,
I have all these walls that have no insulation in them, that only have wooden boards. Some are this wide, some are this wide, and there's gaps from the outside and on the inside. That's all that's there. So if I rip all this plaster down, all the wind is going to come through the house. So I could either wait until winter's over with and do it all, or freeze my butt off all winter.
Why
You
don't
live in
you
Texas.
just do one wall at a time, and can't you do it from the outside
Put a
where the
tarp
gaps
over
are?
No, I'd have to do it from the inside because I need to rip all these wooden planks off the inside of the walls so I can put insulation in them.
Oh, okay.
And I
thought
don't-
the gaps were on the outside.
Well, they have them on the outside too, but with me doing the inside work, I don't have to pull a permit. If I do anything on the outside of the house, I have to pull a permit.
Then I would just do one wall at a time, or one section
but-
at a time. Demo it, put the insulation back in, and then go demo the next section and put the insulation in.
But see, the problem is I have to jack this house up. I've got to pull everything out of
Hi,
all the
Jesse.
rooms to find out what boards are still good and what boards I have to work on.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Hi,
I just
Glenn.
know
What's
when
a-
I did my kitchen, I made the mistake of demoing most of it, and then I had no insulation at all in the walls last winter. And that
Here's the
sucked
link.
big time.
Jesse, would you like to come up? I know you were live
Jesse.
earlier. I missed it. But Jesse, come on up.
Hey, Dennis, I had my knee replaced a couple of years ago. It's the best thing I ever did.
Cool, Dennis.
So
do you
basically, what I
need?
think I'm going to do is work on the outside of the house around the property.
Ed, cost wise, did you figure out what would be a cheaper route?
Tony, did
for
the
you?
link, did the StreamYard link show on your side?
Yes.
Okay.
I know. Can't you just bring a single wide mobile home in there instead?
It has, I can, but it has to be brand new. It can't be used. It has to
Why
be
does it have
brand
to be
new
brand
But
new.
what's the
because
cost?
that's what the mayor of this town says.
Oh,
Because
really?
I'm in the
What's the
city.
cost
I'm in the
difference,
city
though?
limits.
What's the cost?
A lot.
difference?
It may take me, say, $2,000 to redo this entire house because I've got someone that's got the floor jacks that I can borrow and all that to jack it up, level it out, and all that. So there's no cost there. But for me to demo this house, I'd have to, well, for one, find somewhere else to live.
Shit, Tim's here.
Hey,
Hey,
Tim.
Tim. But I
Hi,
have to
Tim.
demo the house, find another place to live, so pay property taxes here, pay rent somewhere else, drive back and forth. Yeah, it would be less money for me to do half this house at one time.
Ed likes Rocky Mountain oysters. Whose
You have
nightbot
Amish?
is that? Is that Brenda's or Steve's?
No, it's Steve's.
Oh,
Hey,
it's in mine.
Christina.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No,
Hi,
that's Brenda's.
Yeah, it's in mine. Hi, Christine.
But I thought I was in Steve's chat.
No. Well, you are in Steve's chat, but you're seeing it on the StreamYard side, which got all three of ours that's co-streaming.
Go streaming.
coming in together.
Hi, Christine.
Who's all co-streaming?
Yes.
Me, Tony, and Brenda.
I was gonna say there should be 3 now because every time I comment, there's 3 comments that show up.
That's true.
I stopped typing then. Matt did it.
Can you move in a tiny house on there or no?
Yeah, I could. But see,
Still
the
looking
room
at,
I'm in
what,
right now
40,000?
is fine. All I got to do is remodel that side of the house,
Right.
and then I can move over to that side, and then gut this out, and I'm going to add on another 20 foot to this living room area because I want to make my kitchen bigger.
That's basically what I did. I'm living in this half while I fix the other half, and then I have to come back and finish this half. And
Exactly. It's going to be a nice project, but right now I need to build an outside shed, tear one down and rebuild another one so I can store wood and stuff like that inside it.
Will the city allow you to put a new shed up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You got a lot on your plate.
Dude, you have no idea. I'm still trying to bust this excuse me. I have that which I'm going to do a video on probably tomorrow, is this old storm shelter that's got rebar and all that crap in it that I have to bust up with a sledgehammer.
Jeez.
You can what about get a jackhammer? Electric one.
Yeah, a jackhammer around here's $300 for a half a day.
Really?
It's very expensive here to rent anything.
Wow.
The guy I worked for, he did a scissor lift for a day, cost him $1,000.
Oh my God. We could get a whole backhoe for $300 a day here.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably about the same year.
I wish I could just get a demo hammer, buy a demo hammer, because I could use that for a lot of different things here. It'd be a lot quicker, but
My baby.
You say hi to everybody?
I do what I got to do. Oh, that's not. Oh, yeah, it is too.
She's sitting bad. Whew.
Mhm.
okay, y'all, I need to get off of here and get some sleep because I'm seriously nodding.
Good night, Christine. Thanks for coming in. Good night, Anne
Probably
Marie.
because
Good night,
Ed was
Good night,
talking
Anne
and
Marie.
it was
Good night,
putting me
Anne
to
Marie.
sleep. I'm kidding.
Good night,
Good
Amber.
night,
Good
Anne
night,
Marie.
all.
Very good. Now I got a dog for all over my face.
So what's the new project, Tony?
New project. Actually, this week is probably gonna be not too much. Just getting the house ready, cleaned up. Family's gonna be here, and
Yeah.
everything's winding down. I do need to get back on the roof of the house and start stripping one of my dormers and getting that stained and re-cleared again.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. I did a video I put out last week where we had storm about 2 months ago, and
Yeah.
we lost 8 trees, oak trees. So I cut them all up and split them and stacked it last week.
Yeah. There's this guy, I don't know if it's a young guy or an old couple going into town. They just bought a fairly new house, but it had probably 20 oak trees out in the field, and they cut them down, but they just burnt them. They didn't
What?
do. Yep, oak trees too.
My
Knocked
whole
them
farm
down.
is full of oaks.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you, baby. I just get so busy with everything.
Tell him, Angie.
When you start like the dormer, okay, when you have a log home and you strip the log home, now if anybody knows anything about wood, if it's set for like 2 days, it starts to yellow. Well, you want your log white when you stain it. If you don't, it's
Yeah.
yellow. You stain it, the color's off.
Yeah.
So what the thing you need is you need to strip it fast, depending on if you're going to use a pressure washer or sand it, and then you need to sand it down again and then restain it. Once you put a stain on it, you're okay. If you want to wait a couple of days to put a clear on it, but it's just a process of doing it. And you can't have rain. So if it rains and if it's sanded, then your wood gets wet and it really will turn yellow. And then you start over. So.
Hi, Brandon.
Did you see what your wife said, Tony?
Yeah. 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 We talked about it today.
I talked about it, Ed.
What, Brenda?
That's why he was talking about the staining.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I just like the way she called him Mr. Husband.
Yeah.
Because she is like 30 years younger than he is.
No,
It's official
don't give her
that
that much credit. She's only 12. She is pretty good wife, you know. I mean,
Yes, she is.
She's an awesome person.
she's got her faults, you know.
Tony, trust me, if you and
Don't
Angie
we
would
all?
go
Tony.
do your live streams,
Waiting
we
for
would
her to
all
run
come
in
over
and
there
slap
to
the back of
support
your
her.
head.
I know that. Actually, I've told her before she needs to be on my lives, and it helped me out. I mean, it's the first time in the last 2 months I've ever done anybody's I'm innocent. Sure, babe.
I agree, Angie. You are.
Brenda,
I agree
used
too.
to.
Mark was trying to say something there.
I just
We don't
said
care
I was
about what
waiting
Mark
for her to
says.
run in and
Yeah,
slap
me
him in
too.
the
That's
back
why
of
I
the head.
covered up.
Yeah, exactly, Mark.
We all love Angie to death.
She's great. Best thing I know right there.
Hello, Face Ace.
So did you winterize your camper already, Tony?
Yeah. I put a video out on that last week or 2 weeks or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, we got that done. Definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna put a video out. Thank you guys. Boy, you got her whooped. I recorded a video on my garlic. I'm gonna put that out.
Yeah, I think in Jan's video it says it takes like 2 years to grow.
Oh,
What, garlic?
no. I put mine in now, and I can harvest it in. It just depends on how the year of growing is, but just say July of next year.
Okay, maybe I could. I might have misheard what she said. That's all.
Right.
I need to get some garlic in the ground, but I'm waiting for something to come in the mail so I can do that. Then I got to go get all my own soil.
I would probably say there's 2 or 3 things there, FBM. Wintertime, if you're not using it, you got to winterize it, or your pipes and stuff will freeze up. Your tanks could crack, all kinds of stuff there. Rest of it is mostly just keeping that outside clean and the caulking done around your vents and air conditioners, things like that on the roof, which I have not done. I still got to get up there and get done.
Buying tires for it, Tony.
Yeah.
If they sit for too long at a time, they rot pretty quick. Seems like.
We will be buying tires this spring.
Yeah.
This year we went on. We did go four meetups, I think it was, and went to Texas Speedway with it. We put a lot of miles on it this year, but the tires are tapping out on age.
Yeah, I remember you said they're already 3 years old when you
I
when
think
you bought
they're like 4 years old. I get dog fur all over.
Yeah.
I keep looking at my glass and seeing something hanging down. Yeah. Yeah, I think I told you before where we had the big blowouts.
Yeah.
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 And I had 3 tires the same time.
Yeah. That's why I said tires.
Yeah.
Now,
I
can you
got three
put 10 ply on camper tires or no?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's on mine. Mine are 10.
Are they
Okay.
Yep.
told us you had to
Look
buy
like
trailer
it, but they
tires. You
are.
couldn't buy regular tires. You had to buy trailer tires. Is what they told us.
They are a trailer tire, but they're 10 ply.
Oh, okay.
They're not that far worthy. I've got an old Mustang in the garage that I need to restore 1 century. And they are 14-inch tires, so my trailer is 14-inch. So I'll be taking those tires off and putting on my Mustang. It's
Is it a
sitting there on
fastback?
tires on there for
Fastback? Coupe
no
or
convertible.
okay.
Wow.
It's a 73 convertible Q code, 4-speed transmission.
Cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
One of them.
Yeah.
Someone told me the vice president of a Mustang club told me it was one of only 280 something Mustangs.
Wow.
It's not, because I did a Marty's report and it's one of 165 Mustangs.
Dang.
So it got even better.
Yeah, you got a
Yeah.
treasure. I'd love to have one.
Yeah, if I had the money, I'd like to buy a 71 Camaro the year I was born.
You know what?
I want to buy a 67.
Barrett Jackson and Meekum priced everything out of the market for the common man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Angie wants to know if anybody wants to buy her car.
Well, listen to this. Her saying that, okay, I've had the car. The car's been apart for over 30 years. It's been sitting exactly how I started on it when I lived in Florida.
Hey, Jan.
I literally said, good night, Jan.
See you, Jan.
Going to bed, right? Going to eat.
No, she's going to go eat.
Yep. I decided I'm going to sell it. And I thought, I know what I was offered for it 30 years ago. And I had the thing sold twice. And each time she found out about it, that I was selling it. Well, I wasn't hiding it from her. I was going to sell a car. She got mad at a hornet. And then she tells the kids about it. And the kids are like, what? Kids were mad. Exactly. Yes, they were.
And now she wants you to sell it.
She'll like it when you restore it and put the title in her name so she can drive it around town.
Yeah.
Tony, my uncle has a 70 Mach 1, probably since early 90s. It's been a skeleton. And one day he says he's going to put it back together, but I never see it happening.
I'd love to get a 67 Mustang.
That's what my wife wants.
This is a true story. When I lived in Florida, I had a friend. We were Ford guys, and he ended up buying 3 Mustangs from some guy in Jacksonville. What do you want? Coda. Anyway.
Yeah, I'd like a 69 too, Angie, but I'd like to get one a year I was born.
Anyway, my friend said, hey, you want to buy 3 Mustangs? I don't want them. They're all big block cars. They're all 4-speed cars. And I said, man, I just got married. I was living in a small mobile home. I said, I got nowhere to put them. And I said, can we put them in his dad used to own a orange orchard. And they had these, where they have the big water pumps set up. They had big buildings around him. I said, can I store them in there? And he said, yeah. Well, they sat there for 3 years. Huh. And I didn't do nothing with them. Finally, he said, hey, Dad's selling the place. You got to get rid of these cars. I was like, man, I just built a home. I ain't got nowhere for them, and my money's going to the house. So, and I said, I got to sell them. So he said, I know somebody will buy them. That's all right, sell them, get rid of them. He sold them for whatever I paid for it. All right. I moved up here 30 years, 40 years later. I'm finding the receipts and titles. And I used to work at a Ford dealer. I said, hey, can we run these VIN numbers? Because I forgot about the cars. And he started telling me about it. and two of them were 428s
Oh my God.
with 4 speeds, and the other one was a wasn't a 420. I guess those three of them were 428. No, 390, 4 speed. I mean, yeah, and I had sold them, and the price of those cars now, you're probably approaching somewhere in the high, maybe close to 100,000 or somewhere around there, or in restored condition, maybe between 75 to 100,000, I would guess.
I'm not sure what that is, Brandon. A Yugo?
Who said that?
I would take a Yugo as long as it goes.
they were in like the 80s, little like.
Yeah.
Did you ever see those smart cars today?
Oh, okay.
That's about as big as they were.
Yeah, go.
I had a buddy that wanted to stick a 350 in a Chevette, but he never did it. Tried to.
They were a dime a dozen too. 4-bolt main 350s, and now you can't find them.
Yep. Those Yugos were about as bad as the Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
Or Festiva. Oh. Love you too, honey.
That's cool, Carly. I wish I had my dad's. I'm not sure what the model was on his pickup, but it was, I want to say it was like a 67 pickup.
Cool.
But it had a wooden truck bed on the base, but it still had the metal sides. So I don't know if it had rotted out and somebody had made it into a wooden one or what.
Some of them did have wooden beds.
Did they?
Yep.
I was supposed to get it when he passed away, but she sold it out from under me, so I didn't get it. I wanted it for doing the 66 route rides and stuff.
Right. Hey, some of those 70s and 69 to 70 trucks are demanding good money. I mean, in pretty good shape in the rough looking look at it. They're crazy nice trucks.
Well, that one was a standard width on the steering column.
3-speed.
It would have took me learning it. I can do it on the floor, but I ain't never done one on the steering wheel or steering column.
That is, could you imagine putting that in front of the kids today? They
Oh,
wouldn't know what the hell to do.
Yeah.
The old Mavericks had them.
My dad had a car where it was a 3-speed on the column, and that's what I learned to drive to get my license.
That's what I'm talking about is it was on the column.
3 on the tree, yep.
Yeah.
I had my mom's Buick Electra one time. What did Buick make? It was the 454 or the 455 Rocket. One of those
Buick.
two. I can't remember. Yeah.
Buick, I think. Yeah. Buick and Pontiac both use 455, I think.
Okay. And I was going out of town just where it started to speed up, and guy pulls up in a Maverick, and I looked at him, he looked at me, and I was just about to kick her down. And he kicked her down, and the front end came off about 4 inches. I'm like, no, you can have it.
Tell you what, that was the best run of cars, 67 to 73.
Oh, yeah?
I'm a Ford man all the way through, but I really, really enjoy just the old muscle cars. I like the new stuff. I will never buy a new car, but the older cars, and I don't care what make it was, they are just beautiful cars, all of them.
Yes, you're right. I was growing up, I was a Ford guy. Now I'm more of a Mopar guy. My aunt, she had a 70 Challenger, and back then, they were nothing. now trying to get that in today's times, you're spending an arm and a leg for it.
Yep.
Did you
I
see
would
in
like to
Maryland
tr-
you don't? Sorry,
Go
Steve.
ahead, Ed. No, go ahead.
FBN said in Maryland you don't even have to parallel park to get your license anymore. Shit, for
wow.
me to
A
get
lot
my
of-
CDL, I had to park an 18-wheeler, parallel park an 18-wheeler,
I
which
would
is
like
pretty
to
easy to do.
try
Well,
to
that's
drive an
probably-
old
There's not very many
Camaro,
places
just to
you
see
really
how
need
they
it
handle.
for.
Driver sorry.
Mhm.
Oh,
What do you say? He drives a Prius.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, FBN.
Mhm.
We'll pretend we
Shit
didn't
with-
see that.
With today's
Virginia.
gas prices, more power
Yep.
to you.
Hi, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel. I might have one time in my life, and that was it, other than to get my license. Well, then that is scary, FBM.
That's when my kids both got their license. The most important thing I thought was to be able to use your mirrors going forward
Yeah.
and backwards.
Yeah.
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 You know, after driving an
I think my girls, both of them, trying to teach them how to drive a car, and over at one of the schools at the other town, they have that section by the old school where it was all parking sideways down the streets instead of at an angle.
Yeah.
So I would take them over there and make them practice that parallel parking every day. And I'll be dang if both girls, when they took their test, neither one of them had to parallel park for their license.
Yeah.
They come out there and they're like, "Mom, you made us do all that work on parallel parking and didn't even have to do it." I said, "Well, now you still know how to do it."
Yeah. One day you will. You never know when you
My,
go into some of these towns.
It's funny. Every one of my kids did not get their license till 18. They never tried for it. They didn't want it. They waited. The deal was if you're going to drive, Daddy wasn't paying for your insurance. Daddy wasn't buying your gas. So they had to work. They made them buy their own
Yep.
car. But when they went to go to learn how to drive, there's a big mall a little way from where we live. And when it was snow and ice, I would take them over there. And I'd let them learn how to drive on snow and ice, how to control. I would do spin outs and just show them how to control. They become good drivers. They're really good. Knock on wood.
Good.
Only one of my kids has been hit 2 or 3 times by tractor trailer, and that's them hitting her, sideswiping her new cars and stuff.
Oh my God.
I got lucky.
Yeah, you went to like me, Tony. The second day I got my license, I got it for reckless driving.
There's a shocker.
I don't know how old I was. I'll just say I was 16 or 17 years old. 17 years old anyway, living at home. And I used to, she's a speed racer. Used to go and race a lot of cars and different things, my friend and I. And anyway, I was racing this guy going on the road. The road was 35 miles an hour. I was on the oncoming side, and we were getting after it. And I had a 67 Mustang 289 4-speed. It was set up. It was running. And anyway, state trooper was sitting on the side of the road and clocked us. And I drove up. Hey, Jake. I drove up to 11, which was maybe an eighth of a mile up, and pulled off the road. This guy in a Camaro went. Anyway, I pulled over, and he got out of the car. He was pretty mad, and he reached in it. Back then, they could do it. He reached in the car and threw the keys on the hood. He asked for my license and then seen my name, and he goes, "Is your dad Julio?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, yeah, I'm part." My dad was part of the Masons, and they were, I guess they do school or something. I forgot how the story went. Anyway, he knew my dad personally. and he was a highway patrol guy. So he goes, "How? Why don't you just drive your car? Let's go to your dad's house. I believe you're home. I believe your dad liked to talk to me." Yeah, and I can't remember how many tickets I got. I lost my license for 6 months, and it was a bad deal.
I was able to, here in Texas, this is back in the 80s, able to get my license when I was 14. It was a hardship license, but still a driver's license.
That's what farm. You can get a farm license in Jersey, I think at like 14 or 15.
Right.
I text you, Brenda.
Okay.
Only rich
FBM, where do
people
you
have
live?
that. Probably New York. I may put a garage out here.
Hi, Amy.
Amy.
There's Amy.
Coming in.
Hey, Aunt Amy. She is from all the way from Australia.
And a wonderful singer, too. I got my license at 16, but I was living with my sister in right by Houston when I got it. It was like, I'm not taking my license test here. I went to school there for it, or had it in school, but I came back to Oklahoma before I bothered to take the test because, yeah, I'd be a nervous wreck trying to drive in Houston and get my license. Forget it. It ain't happening.
I got mine when I was 16.
My oldest daughter got hers at 16. The youngest, she wanted it, but then she didn't want it. But by the time she was there, they had taken the driver's ed out of school, and you either had to pay for it or, like ours, our insurance company offered. Well, it was more or less just a pamphlet for them to read and then take it, and they could still qualify as having the driver's ed. So she went that route, but she still didn't get it till she was 18.
I nailed the driver's everything perfectly. Always been like that.
We're supposed to be getting rain.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain.
Who all had a CB in their car and had a handle?
I didn't have one in the car.
Yep.
In my car, no. I had one in my grandparents' car, but
yeah.
I just had one in my 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
When I grew up, we had CBs in our house. We had a base antenna. We used to talk to our friends. I can't remember what my handle was, though.
Yeah.
I think my first car was around.
Mine was Ghost.
I won't swear on the year, but I'm thinking it was a 78 or 79 Mustang. It was my first car. That's why I always wanted another one. Hi, Joy. How are you?
Hey, Joy.
Said she got her license in Houston 1,000 years ago. Boy, you ain't that old.
Hey, Jake, I was watching your live last night. I ain't falling asleep. I had to go to bed when I woke up. Sorry about that.
Well, at least yours had one in it. Mine didn't have nothing but a radio.
You know you're old if you had an 8-track in your car.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was newer than mine because mine didn't even have that.
8-track with the conversion to a cassette.
Yep.
I have in my truck right now, I have a cassette player and a CD player combined.
Welcome in, Evelyn.
Evelyn Newton.
Me and my buddy, we grew up at high school together and stuff, and I had my 67 Mustang, and he had a 1970 Cougar, and we ran together all the time. We rebuilt each other's engines. We used to race together and different things. But back then we lived on the beach close to the ocean, and we would cruise the. It was called right along the beach
Brenda.
road. Anyway,
I'm waiting for her to show up. She hadn't.
Okay.
and we used to put in our cassettes at the exact same time. We used to like Beach Boys. And we'd say we give each other thumbs up. We hit the cassettes and play the music as we cruise the streets. It was pretty fun. Weird stuff, but that's what we did.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi, Amy.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing pretty good. You
Now
survived
she's
a lot.
gonna confuse everybody.
Yeah.
She's from Australia, but she don't have that Australian twang.
No, I'm
Well, she's not actually from Australia. That's why.
I know.
yeah.
That's why.
I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I moved here to Australia about 4 years ago. So
How you like it there?
I love it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know
And it's
Amy?
light
Go to
out there
the
too.
channel. She posted her link in my chat. Yeah.
What's the best part about Australia that you like?
Honestly, the people, like everyone has just been so great. I just like it's so laid back and just I love it. Everything about it, really.
Right.
That's cool.
So you live like in the city, or is it out in the boonies, or?
Yeah, I'm in the suburbs. I'm like right outside the city.
All right.
I'm on a partner visa, permanent residency. I just got my permanent residency at the beginning of this year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hi, John.
I just bought some Australian silver not too long ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's got a dragon on it. Yeah.
She's always been
I'm
a
working on
smart.
getting me a king.
And who's that?
Hey,
FBN?
John.
It's a 99 Ford truck. Hey, Wiggs.
Oh, Wigs. Hi, Wigs.
Yeah, we all do, Angie. Every chance we can.
Yeah. Siva. Anybody want to give my dog a bath for me?
No.
I'll pass.
Try giving Willow a bath.
Anybody want a puppy sit?
Aw, I would.
I know Brenda would.
I would.
We give Willow a
He's a
bath.
sweet dog.
It's a 2.5-hour
Oh, I
job.
don't know. What do you want?
15 minutes to bathe her. The other part's all the
Go
dryer.
outside? You have to go outside? Okay. I gotta let them out, Brenda. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of, I'm going to go, everybody. I got to take mine out, and then I'm going to go to bed.
All right.
You feel
All
Appreciate
better?
right, Mark. Have a good night.
All right,
Good night.
you too. See you
We'll
guys.
see you. Well,
Later.
I get these
Hi,
dirty
Laura.
looks from her.
Rachel said no. She needs to give her dogs a bath too, so you're out of luck, Tony.
Mm-mm. We said, I told her I'll never wash Willow again. We're going to bring her to a place to wash because she is just, you can't do it. The bathroom becomes a furball mess. I mean, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, John Wiggs.
Yeah, the first thing what they want to do is go outside and then they go out there and roll in the dirt or the grass. It's like,
We got a Tractor Supply out. I could take them down there, but her hip. She's okay, but she's so heavy, and they used to jump in the back of the truck. Right now, I wouldn't do it because it's colder outside, but in the summer they would hop in the back of the truck and go for rides and stuff like that. And
Right.
but man, it's so hard to lift her now because she can't jump like she used to.
just have to put a 2x4 or like a 2x6 down there and let her run up it.
Yeah, she'd just stare at me and say, "Come on."
Stupid idiot. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Long weekend. I miss taking her to the stores, Tractor Supply, the feed store, Lowe's.
Yeah.
Because she is so perfect. When I have her, I can actually tell her, okay, go right, go left, and she will turn those directions. And I can just say, all right, stay here for me, and I'll read something, and I'll look down, and she falls right down and lays down.
Cool.
But now we've got Coda, Ahmed, the devil, and I can't bring him in stores with us because he will take down mezzanines.
Love you too. But how was you doing, John?
I love it when I was just gonna say I see it on Facebook or Instagram. I love it when people take the bird dogs to like hunting stores and they stare at a bird and they just point and it's funny.
I know I rag on him a lot, but he's he's pretty good. I need to I know the feed store, they're always asking for Willow. I need to bring one of the two in for every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. When these are gone, I'm gonna go to a smaller dog, and then that way they're easier to bring along and do things with.
After this one, if anything happens to her, I'm done. I don't want no more dogs.
See, I can't live without a dog. This is the longest period in my life where I haven't had one, and I can't stand it. I need one.
Yeah.
Me too, but since I travel around so much, it's like I'm tired of trying to either leave them at a vet or haul them around and try to find places I can stay with one.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll wait a little while before I get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. I could leave her here by herself and nothing would, she wouldn't do nothing in the house. She would literally wait for me to come home. There's nothing good about never mind.
I could be in the house and I would say, I would go, hey, Willow, are you ready to go for a ride? We're going to eat some feed. And she would be going straight to the door. And I did back, like Virginia said, I'm going to say 3 years ago or 2 years ago, she will howl and dance around wanting to go. And I'd open the front door up. I said, you know what you got to do, number one or number two, before you get in the truck. And that's the first thing she would do, squat and then head to the truck. And then it was game on. Yep. And she knew where she was going.
Back to good, I'm not saying a word.
What's that?
Well,
said back to good, says, don't say it, Ed.
Oh.
You know what's funny is...
That's good, John.
I would we have German Shepherds, Tony, and we put them in the back of the truck, and I'd forget to let them go to the bathroom before going down the highway, and all of a sudden they're sitting there squatting, and people be,
Yeah. She used to sit beside me just like it would be a girl from your wife right beside you. And we'd get in a truck and she'd stand up, and I look at her. I said, "You know what you got to do before we can move?" And she kind of stared at me, and she would sit, and then she would come sit right up against me, and then she'd turn her head and lay it on my shoulder. And have a couple of videos where I turn the camera on, and she turned her head and would lay it right on my shoulder and just lay there. And we drove down the road, and she is so precious. I really missed going with her on trips. We used to go everywhere.
Oh, that's cool, Squirrel. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, she's spoiled rotten.
I'll still never forget prior Oklahoma meetup.
Yeah.
First met you.
Yeah.
In Willow.
Yeah.
Everybody saw Tony. Wouldn't talk to Tony. They just went straight to Willow.
Straight to Willow. Yep.
He's definitely an attraction. He's a beautiful dog.
I remember Gail when I first met Gail, and she goes, "Oh, Willow," just like that. Yeah. But Coda is good. He's laying behind me. He's a good boy.
Unless he's farting.
Yes. Yes, that was bad. What was that, like last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Just a reminder,
Ed, this was for you.
if you're into silver, I started a new channel. I don't know if you can drop that on your side, Brenda, at all. My new channel. I'll switch. I'll be giving away silver once in a while on that channel. If you guys are into silver coins or silver rounds, getting into silver. So,
Did you see who was selling gold? Who was selling gold? It was Babe, do you remember who it was? It was on
Is that Jonesy's channel?
Yeah, another one.
Jeez. How many channels does Jonesy have? More than the
or
Crockers?
did you already?
I haven't seen it, Steve.
Okay, I'll drop it. Yeah, I only have like 10 subscribers, so it might not. All I gotta do is go to yours. What happened there?
Radio Jonesy.
The one thing I noticed, it don't give me the notifications and stuff of.
Steve, a lot of people don't get notifications.
Yeah, but like
Right.
now, it don't even show. Oh, there now it finally showed. Brenda's. Took a little bit, but
I still ain't seen it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I'll drop.
It's there. Oh, no, that was Radio Jonesy's.
Yeah, that
There we
was
go.
fun.
I just dropped it in there.
Okay.
When I get-
FBM, you
when I
guys
get 100 When I get 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away 20 ounce. Okay, you can turn your. There you go. Hello.
Yo, what's up? Nice channel. I
Not
like it.
much. Thank you.
I like your
Good.
Teesprings, Freedom Redbird. I saw your short with your t-shirt. It was on my feed.
The
Good stuff.
Teespring was probably my old one.
Oh, okay. I just saw it.
I need.
I guess because I'm new here. I'm seeing your stuff all of a sudden now on my feed.
Yeah, I've got. Bonfire has got my newer shirt. I need to go back in and change now with my new logo, and I haven't made one yet.
Mm.
I've
Good
got
stuff.
all that crap too.
Thank you.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I just become number 15 on your subscriber list.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, snap.
I'll
There's
sub
another
you
one.
back tomorrow.
Yep.
Let it sit for 24 hours. I don't know. They say if you sub back and back, they don't stick, but I don't know what really.
Yes, they do.
You just gotta
Once
watch.
you go and make a comment, hit the thumbs up, all that good crap, it'll stick.
Right,
I'll do
right,
that.
right. Gotta watch.
Yeah,
the video.
watch for like 1 minute and leave a comment is the best way. Like, because if you just
Okay.
sub, they might take it away. It's possible.
They did. Because that one girl that was in your live, she said, "Oh, I like your channel." She does remodeling homes and stuff. She came on. I saw that she popped up. She made a comment. Now she's gone.
Mm-hmm. We try and crack down on that stuff.
There, I
made
comment
it
in
up
your
to-
live, Tony.
But you can still buy all the subs from India if you really want to. There's all these sites.
Hey, Brandon.
where you can.
Hey,
I'm not going to
You
do
hear me?
that. I'd rather work for it.
Yep.
Yeah, it just messes up your channel. Don't do it.
Well, it's just like I
Brandon's
wanted
Brandon's been
to.
busy. He's been
15:30.
planting vegetables. What do y'all got planted, Brandon?
I got 4 different varieties of carrots. I got 2 different varieties of radishes. And I just planted some broccoli. And
Yeah. Oh no,
but
not the
I
broccoli.
found this coin. I want to show you this coin, Steve, real quick.
You know what that's from, don't you? The broccoli. Oh no, not the broccoli.
The broccoli. Oh, I want to show you this
You know-
coin real
Sure.
quick.
That's from Police Academy when they're fighting in the back. Let me make you bigger. Hang on.
I got it.
There you go. Thank you. Oh, cool.
1979 Susan B. Anthony.
Yeah.
And I had this all ever since I was a little kid. I had it in one of my Christmas ornaments.
Cool.
It's like non-circulated.
Yep.
I
I was
have
just saying,
no
look
idea.
it up. Yeah.
I have
you
no
can
idea how much it's worth. So
just Google it. Look it on eBay, and they'll give you. I mean, some people ask ridiculous prices, but you can kind of, or just Google it. It'll come up what they're selling for.
Aren't there apps where you can just scan the coins and they kind of like tell you? I think there's like
Yeah,
apps where you just scan it. And you're like,
Is
hey,
there
I'll have to look into that.
yeah.
Is there a letter on it, Brandon?
Yeah, but it's so small I can't see it. I'm gonna
Okay.
have to.
If it's an S, I don't know if they made them, but that would be San Francisco Mint, and those are usually proof sets. If it's an S.
Yeah, Rachel, I've got quite a few stuck back from when I was a kid too.
You know what I've got? I used to, when I first bought this mini storage I had, in the very back, somebody left this whole thing was full of stuff. I got it. I went in there and it was 3 big trunks. Inside the 3 trunks were full of baseball cards, comic
Wow.
books. The Dallas Cowboys, the last time they won the Super Bowl, their football was signed and it was all signed by all the players and the coach. Had the
Cool.
certificate of it inside a case. I sold that thing on eBay for over like $660 or something. Just that.
Wow.
Um,
Did Emmett Smith, was that a year that they went to?
I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I think his name was on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it had to be when Emmitt Smith was playing because I don't think they've been to the Super Bowl since 1962.
Wow.
What's the most expensive trading card to ever be sold?
Who
Oh,
knows?
I don't know.
I know that Post Malone guy bought a Magic the Gathering card for $2 million. He bought one
Oh,
card,
Dang.
$2 million. And he bought another one for $800,000. I'm like, I think I should start buying Magic the Gathering. I think I'm collecting the wrong cards.
I had
I used
some
to like
nice
them.
cards.
all the way.
Yeah. I got into collecting. I was more into football, but I did start buying basketball and baseball and stuff just to do because a friend of mine was in it, and then that's how I got into football. I was never really into sports when I was young, and but what I did was remember the Pepsi and the Coke cans that came out at Christmas time or different time of the years. They had the different collectible. Well, I was an idiot, and I put them all in a rubber tote, and I put my baseball cards in there. And I wasn't thinking, and I didn't know. And all the sugar and all the soda evaporated from those cans.
Oh,
and
no.
it got,
Oh,
yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
I just looked it up. It's a 1952 Mickey Mantle rookie baseball card. Someone bought for $12.6 million. It's the most expensive trading card ever sold.
Dang.
Wow. Brenda?
Hey,
Sonny's
Jonesy.
downstairs.
Interesting.
Sorry,
I don't know
Tony.
if I even if
Somebody's
I had the money, I don't know if I would ever spend that much on a card.
Well, how about
no.
art?
I mean-
Art's even crazier. It was something sold for like $500 million. I forget what the art
Yeah.
piece was. It's something sold for like $500 million for art.
That's another
Right.
thing this thing had was he had like 6 paintings in there also. And I
Oh.
was trying to sell all this stuff. And one of the paintings, it was a finger paint. It was thick paint. And I tried to look it up. I couldn't find nothing about the paints, nothing of any of the paintings. 3 of them I kept. I still have it. But this one I was trying to sell was kind of like a long, skinny painting. And I can't remember what it was looked like. Anyway, I put it at a garage sale. I think I was asking like $25. And the guy goes, "Hey, I'll buy that, but I'm going to give you $100 because it's worth far more than that."
Oh, shit.
I didn't even know what it is. I don't have a clue, but it was given to me. So, I mean, hopefully it wasn't worth $1 million, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But I
Did
do
you
have.
see that? Go ahead, Tony.
No, you go. You go.
Oh, I was just seeing there was talk about silly stuff, and I don't know if it was true or not. I can't remember where I saw it, but somebody sold. It was invisible art. You couldn't even see it. It was like air, but it sold for thousands of dollars.
Probably Banksy. It sounds like something Banksy would have done.
And there's
He
people
did that.
supposedly selling property on the moon.
Yeah. This guy, he makes like simple art. His name is Banksy. He was selling on a street corner in New York for like $25. Like he was just, whoever was always passing by. Come to find out, like those pieces that he was selling, they sold for like $100,000. But people are just like walking by. But somebody bought like 4 of them, so somebody made out on it. But
yeah,
it looked like, yeah, I don't know if you look up this skit on YouTube where he does that. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. You never know what you have with art for sure. Like,
right?
What the fuck? What is this?
That's the
You
problem I
don't
have
know.
with these baseball cards because I don't know. But they're all 3 trunks are put up safely. And I always told my wife, "Hey, when I'm gone, if you can find somebody to buy them from you or whatever." I mean, I don't know what's in there.
It's mostly about the grading nowadays.
Yeah.
If it's not like in pristine condition, it's really not worth anything. They got to grade like at least a 9. You know,
some of these cards are inside a thick plastic. They're squeezed.
Yep.
I don't know what
Container.
it's called, but I probably have. They're actually. I've got those put up separately.
I wanted to high up.
You could, if you look up. I can't remember. What's your real name, if you don't mind me asking? FBN.
Ron.
Okay. Did you collect sports cards?
I want
a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm just not looking at Mickey Mantle. This is why it went for $12.6 million because it's like $50,000. But this one sold for 12 points. It's a 9.5 and graded from 1952, a 9.5.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! No wonder why I went for $12.6 million.
I was thinking
All right.
of those. I was going to tell. No, you're fine. I was telling Tony. I don't know if you can still get them. I'm sure they do sell them somewhere, but they used to call them Tufts or something. Those magazines that you can look up the year on the cards and stuff. It's a lot of work. You
Beckett.
got to go through it.
The Beckett
What
book
was
they
it?
called it in,
Yeah,
in baseball. Is the
Beckett.
Beckett.
Yeah, Beckett's
Yeah,
one.
I can't tell you how many are in there. There's
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, 1,000 each trunk. I don't know. There's a
Wow.
lot of cards in there.
Wow.
Steve,
Number 3 high sold card is a Stephen Curry card. That's crazy. That's like a player that's playing right now. The third highest
Yeah.
card ever. $5.9 million for a Stephen Curry card. That's
hey,
crazy.
Steve,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Number
down.
2 is Hannes Wagner.
I'm gonna get down.
Three.
You guys have a good Thanksgiving. I will talk to you.
You too,
again.
Brandon. Happy
Soon.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey,
And
Casey,
I just wanted to say this one thing. My dad had a model car back in the 1940s, 50s, and it was a metal one. And he had it like up on the shelf. And when I was about 6, I grabbed up there and took it and I threw it to the ground and it smashed over to like nothing but pieces. And it was worth a lot of money. A metal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he was not happy that day. No, that was not good. But I see y'all later. I gotta go.
All righty, we'll see
All
you,
right, good night,
Brandon.
Brandon.
See you later.
Yeah, Brandon.
You know what's crazy? I'm looking at the top 10 list. Some of these cards are like recent cards that are selling for. You got Stephen Curry, LeBron James is number 3, Luka Doncic, Mike Trout, Wayne Gretzky, LeBron James, Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, these are cards that you could be pulling like now. Like, what are these packs that these people are getting millions of dollar cards out of a pack?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The best card I ever got out of a pack was a Brett Favre rookie card, but that was, I think it was worth about $200 at the time when I bought it, and I don't know what it's going for now. But I gave it to a teacher because he was going to go to a Packer game, and I was going to ask him if he could try to get it signed, but I didn't know nothing about sports cards. I guess that's not a card you want to get autographed anyways, but I think a kid stole it out of his desk on me. So
I think this also shows that holding on to old cards is really not worth it because the old cards aren't even on this list. It's all these new. I'm looking at like the top 30 even. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. Like the old cards, I mean, a few of them, but not many of them. Like,
and
it's all newer cards that are worth the most money.
And that's just the thing. You can sell anything, but you got to have the buyer. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
As long as somebody's willing to buy it for that price.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm going to let the dogs in, Brenda.
Okay.
Brenda, you're awful quiet tonight.
I'm just listening. Right now, I was trying to type in the chat.
Hey, Wendy. Brenda, I may have to get a hold of you, figure out that bonfire. If you could walk me through it.
Okay. Well, I can't tell you a whole lot about it. I'm still learning on that one too, but I have.
Well, I got the new logo
signs
and all
on there,
that.
shirts and coffee cups.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Bushcraft family, Charles, to get a hold of me because I'm trying to do that wish list on Amazon to put on my page. I can't figure out that stupid thing at all.
Yeah, I'm still working on that one too. I mean, well, on YouTube, until you get monetized, you can't put it down there for a click on link. I don't think anyway. So I haven't been able to get mine to work on there. I just typed it in, but it doesn't show up as but it gives them the channel. I mean, it gives them the way to find it.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about that part. I just got to figure it all out. And then Wendy says that I'm getting new stickers.
Hi, Wendy. Speak of the devil. We love you, girl. Seemed like there was somebody else come in a while ago that I missed too. Oh, Jonesy showed 2 or 3 of his channels in case people were wanting to know. And Howdy Garden, I'm sorry if I didn't get to say hi a while ago. I believe she came in on Tony's. What you cooking, Wendy?
Wait a minute, she can cook? I
Yes,
thought she just ate Taco Bell.
She can when she wants to.
The Gordita Crunch is the best Taco Bell menu ever.
I got one a few weeks ago, and it literally tasted like freaking cardboard.
Cardboard? What? The Gordita Crunch?
Yeah.
The cheesy Gordita Crunch. You got somebody make it bad for you. I mean, let's be honest. It's fast food. It's not.
I
remember that's the first time it's ever tasted like crap.
I remember when I was 15. I did work at a Taco Bell when I was 15 years old, and like somebody came to the line and said, "This doesn't look anything like it on the menu up there." I was like, "Does anything in fast food look like it looks like in the picture?" Like, what are you talking about?
Hey,
lady?
Most of the time it does.
It never looks like that picture. What are you talking about?
Back when Brenda was young, fast food, you used to get it fast. Now they got to go out and kill the animal, pluck the feathers, and skin it. And about 2 hours later, you might get your order. Brenda, back in your day, did they have fast food?
Hey, Wendy.
Yes, Ed. I'm not that old, thank you.
And Dale.
Damn.
Hey, Andel.
White words.
8,000 subscribers she's got.
Do they have drive-through liquor stores where you guys live?
No.
We have 5.
Well, it's not allowed state anyway.
Yeah. Drive-through liquor stores. That's when you know you live in some backwoods type.
I live in Texas, and we have. It's weird. In this town, we have one. They just put up a new one, a brand new one, Zip something.
Yeah.
But we have 5 liquor stores on one street.
I mean, we got plenty of liquor stores. I live 0.1 miles away from my house. I have over 100 bars. Over 100 bars, 0.1 miles from my house. I looked it up. So, but I live in a bar town. So
We used to have about, where I grew up, 20,000 population in 3 miles. Well, this was in Wisconsin. There was at least 30 bars.
Oh yeah, well, Wisconsin. That's what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got on your
I want to get to that stadium one of these days. I want to see what that looks like. It's like in the middle of the suburbs, right? It's like not even in like a city. Like I want to just see what that looks like to be like in this like the middle of a town. Like that's got to be the craziest stadium.
Yep. It's a small town. I mean, it's still fairly big, but it's not like what you.
Yeah, like most towns when you go to their stadium. Well, some of them are out in the middle of nowhere. Like I think.
Yeah.
DC is. That's because there's no land. They have to put it out in Landover, Maryland, instead of in DC.
Huh. What's on your corner, Brenda?
Not a damn thing. That's a problem with that.
That's a good thing and a bad thing,
I don't even have a corner.
I couldn't sleep if it was like absolute quiet. That freaks me out more than anything else. Like people are saying, "Oh, I can't sleep because there's noise downstairs." I was like, I can't sleep because it's quiet. Like that freaks me out more.
Yeah,
a lot of people
than
you couldn't something to make noise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
That's what I love.
I've gone to mountains before. I can't stand it, man. I can't stand that like just quietness of like.
Well, it's
being
like
out
when
in
you move to
cabin.
the city
Nowhere.
too. When you move to the city and you get used to a train, and then you move away.
Oh yeah, yep.
You
That's
know.
me. That's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Everyone's screaming and partying until 2:00 in the morning until the bars close. And just like,
Yeah.
I'm just
You
used
know,
to
the
that.
only noise around here is a train that runs about every 3 hours.
I got the firehouse
That's
is a
about the
block
same
up.
here.
Firehouse is a block up, so anytime I could, and I'll sleep right through any gunshots. It's Baltimore City. We got like 400 murders a year.
Oh, that's right.
Baltimore
I was
City.
born in Baltimore.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but I was a little kid. I was.
Mhm.
My parents moved from Wisconsin to there, where my godfather was. I was.
Yeah, you definitely got more of a Wisconsin accent than a Baltimore
Yeah.
accent for sure.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah.
that up north accent.
Yeah, I was born there, and I was only there probably for a couple months, and then they moved back to
Okay.
Wisconsin
Good
because
for
they didn't.
you.
But yeah, but I've been to Maryland a few times. I've been in the White House a
Wow,
couple
you're not
times.
you're definitely not from here to call it Maryland. Like, you're definitely not from here.
Maryland.
Maryland.
It's so quiet out here. You can hear a gnat fart. Well,
You know what else it is? I have tinnitus, and I don't really realize it unless I'm in like a quiet ass area. Like I can hear like this ringing in my ears. It's slight, and when it's absolute quiet, it drives me nuts. But I'm always hearing noise, so it like kind of feeds it out a little bit.
I think I got that too a little bit.
Oh, I loved it when I lived out on my property in Missouri. You didn't hear nothing, and it was so freaking awesome.
I've lived in the country so long now that when I go to the city to my daughters, I think every car that's driving by is coming to her house because it's like we don't get any cars here at my house. So,
oh my god,
yeah,
that's why I can't have the Ring doorbell. The Ring doorbells where like everybody who passes by would just be like bling 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 all day long because there's people going by my house. All day
well,
long.
Angie, you could come up on panel and you don't have to talk, but you can come up that way. You can see all the messages.
Yeah, it's the only way you can see it from all 3 channels is if you're on panel. That's the only
or
thing.
Just go in there with your
that's
husband.
the part I like about the co-streaming is because it's not fair to everybody else to not be able to see it. I'm hoping
she don't want to be on panel
down the road.
She's sitting in her chair she loves. I like it.
I'm halfway between Philadelphia and Baltimore.
Okay.
Halfway between, Lancaster, I would guess, or Amish. I'm guessing Virginia Alexander is Amish, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
I'd say that's halfway between Philadelphia and Baltimore.
When we go into town, we're ready to get out of there. We want to get back home.
Where? Lancaster or Baltimore?
No, we live in Oklahoma, so it's when we go to a area or a bigger town. Our town's very small. Oh, here's the witch. I mean, here's my wife.
Hey, she is.
She just came in on the room.
There's my girl.
Hi.
How are you doing tonight?
My eyes.
Good. How about you?
Doing good.
Well, she looks like she's got some wine.
We're not outnumbered.
Cruise ship out front in 2000.
Me and Amy been outnumbered up here. Hi, Jason. Tara.
Right.
Radio Jones, Florida. Yes. Delaware. Dover, Delaware.
Good racetrack.
Home of Joe Biden, right? Tax evasion state. Yeah.
Get out now.
What are you doing?
Okay, come on.
We're all waiting for Angie to talk now. It's her turn.
Just take over the channel, Angie.
No.
I told you she'd boost my channel if she'd start doing it, but she won't do it.
I'm shy.
It would.
Yeah.
So how's things going with you, Angie? You doing all right?
I'm Good. Just working.
Hey, White Rock.
Yeah, that's good.
Staying busy, getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Are you guys in Tennessee as well?
Busy,
No, we're in
busy,
Oklahoma.
won't it?
Oh, Oklahoma.
Do you do most of the cooking,
Just about
Angie?
30 minutes for me.
Yeah, I'm doing all the cooking.
Oh, wow.
Can I come to your house?
Sure.
How
I
many
have no
pounds
way
is
of
that
cooking
turkey?
anything.
I don't let my kids or daughter-in-laws cook because they don't know how.
How many pounds is the turkey?
Well, we cut it in half, so it's
Oh.
probably 20-25 cut in half.
Hold on.
Holy
You
crap.
cut in you cook it full first though before you cut it in half, or you cut it
No.
in half.
No,
What?
The turkey won't fit in the pot. It was like 40.
45 pounds. So we split them right down the center. My son and I both split our big ones.
45-pound turkey? Oh,
Yep.
We grow them
Oh,
bigger.
that was just a baby freaking cow.
that's pumped full of that's pumped full of steroids, right, or something. What is that's pumped full of hormones or something?
They grow them big.
Like that.
Should they say they grow stuff big in Texas? But damn, Oklahoma sounds like they grow their turkeys.
Ours, meat bird last year with the largest was 13 pounds.
They feed them wandering people that are trespassing.
That's right.
Well, yeah, Tim, I'm not doing nothing for Thanksgiving. Why not?
Yeah, we'll have I guess we'll have 20 people here Thursday.
Is there a regional Thanksgiving dish that since everybody's from a certain area, that you always have at Thanksgiving that's like maybe only in your area or something like that? I'm just curious because we'll probably do something with like crabs or something in Baltimore because everything is crab.
Well, damn, I'm coming to Baltimore.
Okay, Tim, say something about that. I'm throwing a TV dinner in the microwave.
We do the traditional, the turkey dressing, mashed potatoes and gravy, and a few sides.
And then, of course, you got to have.
How about one of those like weird like casseroles with the cornflakes and I don't know. There's always somebody makes some like weird ass casserole with like some weird ass shit in it.
Oof, no.
Cornflakes and shit. Like they put like all this weird. I don't know. Nothing weird like that. Yeah, me too.
No.
I was like, what the hell is this? Like, no, nothing. Pass that along. There you go, Auntie.
What were you going to say, Brenda?
That blue crab in Baltimore is the best.
Oh my god, I've tried it everywhere. I've traveled around the world, and I always try crab, and it's nothing like when I come home to Baltimore. Baltimore, we got the crab game on lock out of any place.
Now we know Ron crabs.
Crabs. I like the oysters here too. The oysters here are good too.
Mountain oysters?
That's fine.
Or Rocky Mountain oysters?
No, I don't know. I'm not from Oklahoma. I'm from Baltimore. But,
Good eating. Good eating. If you ain't never tried it, don't knock it.
The Northeast has got some good oysters. Yeah.
When I went to Boston, my kids took me on a trip up there. We were up there for a week, and the seafood was the best seafood. My brother and I got I think it was a big bowl of oysters.
Yep.
Oh my God, they were so good.
A big bowl of oysters?
Yeah.
You gotta eat them. You gotta eat them in the shell, man. If you're not eating them in the shell, you're not doing it right. When you say a big bowl, I'm imagining just a bunch of oysters in a bowl.
You're right.
Like that would be disgusting.
You're right. They actually crack them for you, and then you get them still in the shell. They were.
We get them here on Sundays. It's $1 a shuck, is what they call it. So $1 oysters, fucking phenomenal. They're so
it's
good.
like eating a loogie. Gross.
A little. It's an aphrodisiac as well.
Yeah,
a little. Aphrodisiacs. That's not probably what you think it means, but okay.
Yeah, I'll pass on the oysters too.
Little hot sauce, a little horseradish, little hot sauce. Squeeze a little lemon. Put it right down. Suck it right down.
And yes,
Oh,
Tim,
yeah.
mountain oysters I have had in my mouth. Thank you.
Oh no.
Because it's good eating.
I've never had those.
Gotta have them deep fried. They're fantastic.
What do you think is the most exotic thing you've ever ate before? Where people be like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy." Is there something you've ate before? Everybody in your life.
Alligators, my
Probably
Alligator.
octopus.
That's not that strange. I don't think alligator's that strange.
Octopus.
I would say octopus too.
Oh, calamari. That's not that strange.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you had the
that-
shits for 10 days on that.
I'll never try octopus again after what I had. Yeah.
How about like rat or squirrels or like no squirrels or rats? Or,
I wouldn't mind trying squirrel.
I've had squirrel. I've had rat. I've had frog.
Why did you
right?
do rat? Just to try it?
Where? In a country I was in, they had it, so I ate it.
I think everything is good as long
bugs?
as you have to have the good cook though.
Worms
have a
and
cook that
crickets
knows what they're
and
doing.
stuff like that, like bugs. I've ate a bunch of bugs,
Oh.
but they're like deep fried or something, just like popcorn. Actually, a lot of the bugs like popcorn.
I think I'll starve.
I think I'll stick to my meat.
What else? There's a lot of weird stuff. Like fish eyes. Does anybody eat fish eyes?
I tried them
Some
once,
people-
but it was a real long time ago.
You're
Yeah,
trying to
people
grow
say they really like it. No, there's people that are like swear by it, like so good.
Okay,
How about
Amy.
shrimp heads? Shrimp heads.
No.
Heads? No.
Did you see that, Brenda? Private chat.
No.
Oh, legal seafood in Boston. Yeah, somebody knows what's up. Yep, Tim Beverly.
Thank you, Amy, for coming up. I appreciate it.
Tim Beverly knows what's up. That was a good spot.
So are you seeing everybody still here?
Yeah, I guess this is everybody's.
Am I
This right
gonna-
here.
Oh, White Rock Homestead. Big ups. White Rock. Blue Crab in Baltimore the best. Yes, for sure. Don't go to the commercial places either, by the way. Don't go to like the big ass or Phillips or whatever. They're terrible. They get all their stuff from Asia anyway. It's not even real Baltimore blue crabs. You got to get it from the Chesapeake Bay. You got to get them from the Bay if it's real.
Oh, I forgot. I had cow tongue.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. Cow tongue. That's what do they call it in Mexico? Longa.
Yeah, something
Yes.
like that.
Something like that. I forgot.
That's why Rachel cooks her tacos out of a lot of times, but I still yet to have one. from Robinson Valley Acres. They say it's really good, but I still
I
haven't got to
imagine
try.
they probably eat camel tongue too.
Yeah.
How about like a whole scorpion? You ever see these scorpions on a stick and you can just
No,
eat the
ain't
whole
happening.
scorpion?
Dude, where did you go?
I live in Southeast Asia 6 months out of the year.
All right.
Yeah.
Whew, that's the last thing I'd think of.
Yeah, they eat all that type of stuff. It's crazy. Fish heads, like the heads are in a buffet, like because they like the cheek meat. Apparently, it's supposed to be really good, and the eyeballs. It's
Yeah.
all about the cheek meat and the eyeballs.
Walleye cheeks are supposed to be really good. I've never had them.
They're best. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You're just trying
And
to.
chicken feet soup. I never.
Yeah.
I don't eat that either.
No.
Nope.
They spit it out like popcorn, like the little things from the feet.
Yeah.
like you're eating watermelon or something. And apparently, it's supposed to be really good. So many people love it. So, but I still have yet to have the balls to try it.
What's that?
The chicken feet. I can't do the chicken.
Oh
feet.
yeah.
I can't do it.
There's people.
Like I
I
said,
mean, that's
I
the
made
thing
a lot of
over here.
weird stuff, but I can't. Do
Yeah,
the
that's a
feet.
thing over here too. Some people eat them. I think it's an older culture though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll
I
stick
mean,
to
pig
my.
ears.
I'll stick to my my pork and my beef. I'm fine.
Pork,
Yeah.
well, beef is hard to find, but pork is abundant.
Chicken
and
feet
chicken.
would. I wouldn't. I mean, would
They walk and poop all day.
that would be? Yeah. It. I don't know what the purpose of it. It's like eating.
Bones.
I don't know what you would call it. So I mean, it wouldn't. I gotta have a portion of something really good when I eat.
Yeah, I see.
That's why. Go ahead,
use a
Tony.
No, I was just reading Tim. He's saying chicken feet makes stock. I've seen people.
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh no, you put it right in the soup.
When he was a kid, and because there was 11 of them in his family, 11 kids in his family, he said his mother would boil the chicken feet and then give it to the kids to eat, and they'd suck the marrow
Hey,
out of it.
projects with Paul.
And the gizzards too. You got the heart
like the
and the
chicken
liver. Yeah, the gizzards.
Oh yeah,
all
I
that
like
stuff.
that.
Gizzards and the livers. Ain't
Yep.
nothing better than fried chicken livers.
And then what
Yeah,
is
I
it? Is
don't
it
know how to
Mississippi? Pig ears?
Hi, Paul.
Oh yeah, I went to a
Deep fried pig
restaurant where they had pig brain and pig heart and pig every piece of the pig at some of
No.
these foreign restaurants. Yes, yeah, pig
No.
brain. I
Can't do
can't
it.
imagine eating a brain. But
Well, that's what they do with that head stuff.
Jason.
Yes,
roll
I've had hammock, pickled hammock, pig's feet. I like that.
Yuck.
It's
You're not
good.
done.
If you like pickled eggs or anything, you'll like pickled feet, pig feet.
I don't know.
Nope. I don't like
We,
pickled eggs. I won't like pickled pig's feet either. The eggs just eat them all the time out of the jar, but
Pickled
just the
herring.
smell of them would make me vacate the room.
we had so many eggs this spring. I actually went and water glassed our eggs, and I had eggs set for 6 months for 1 year, and then 18 months. See what they were at. We had the 6 months one, and just if you making screen, you can make anything with them really, but just the white part is more waterier.
A little more runny.
A little more runnier, but it cooks up just like normal.
Brenda, you see the new avatar?
I just got a text. I ain't saying who it was from, but we were kind of over talking each other sometimes, so we'll have to watch that. It's hard to hear.
Oh, Ed, I
They were
see it on here.
that's all.
You're right.
have you ever heard of century eggs?
I don't think so.
Century eggs. Oh my gosh, they'll come up. They're 100-year-old eggs. I think. I think that's why they're called
Oh.
century eggs.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I'll have to pass.
Yeah.
How about in the Philippines they like to eat balut. You know balut?
Yeah, I've heard
No,
of it.
thank you.
I'll pass.
It's like an egg that's almost become a chicken. Like the chicken is inside the egg.
Oh,
no.
Well, Tim, that's where
Yeah.
you're wrong.
You spit off
That's
feathers when you eat it?
Look it up. They love it in the Philippines. They eat it all the time.
Sure.
There's a lot of weird dishes. That's why I was wondering if there's any weird dishes. Oh, okay. Maybe too much. Sorry.
Why are we like big? Like boo. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, guys.
I had to put you on big screen for a minute.
Yes, I know. You're bad at doing that. I noticed you're not on the screen to be put up there.
No. I'm just sitting back, relaxing now.
I've had blood pudding once.
Blood pudding? Yeah, I blood soup all the time. Good.
Yeah, my grandma was Polish. They made blood blood sausage and.
Hey, I'm Polish and I don't eat that stuff.
No, I never. I might have had it when I was little, but I don't. I never had it when I was older.
Jason,
I got a question as a Polish person. There's this place in Baltimore called. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. We're laughing at what Jason just said.
Well, in the cancel culture world that we live in, for some reason, for Polish people, it seems to be all right. So there's this restaurant called Polak Johnny's. It's like Polish sausage place in Baltimore. But I've always wondered, like, how are they getting away with this name for this restaurant? Is it offensive or is it not offensive?
That I don't know.
It didn't sound offensive to me.
All right, I thought I thought that like I don't know. I always heard that when you call it saying Polak is like not. It's kind of a derogatory name to call a Polish person, right?
No, I don't think so.
Is it?
I mean, there's jokes out there.
I'm shocked, like in the culture that we live, that nobody's said it.
Well, there's a you know why Polish people have ski, a lot of them behind their names, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why. Is this a joke or?
Because they can't spell toboggan. There's a lot of Polish jokes out there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I felt that was I don't know. Well, they got rid of the Redskins. They get rid of everything. Like
Wendy can speak.
Even the Indians. Polish. You can't even be the Cleveland Indians anymore. Like seriously, you can't even be Indians.
It was never
anymore?
A problem until the recent days.
Hey zombie.
Pro.
So what do you say? Like Cowboys and Indians fight? What do you can't anymore? You're not allowed to say that anymore, right? What do you?
I
the
heard
Cowboys
though,
and the natives, I guess, or what?
Well, I heard something that when the Redskins changed their name, now the Indian culture, I should say, or something. They want the chief. They want the helmet changed back at least to the chief because he was a warrior. So I don't know if that's true or not. Now,
yeah, this all becomes stupid crap, and I can't. I'm just over it. I'm through with it, and
Are you done with sports? What are you done with? What are you done with? Sports, like the culture, the woke culture
stuff, all this crap. My grandkid's going to grow up into this crap, and I can't handle it. I don't like it one bit.
Yeah,
we never had this problem growing up. I had the best life I can ever have. Everything I paid for everything we ever had, and now all this crap is going on, and I cannot. It's going to be the end of our country.
I mean, to be fair though, when does a generation feel that about the next generation? I feel like every generation has felt that about the next generation coming up. Like these kids are out of control, you know. Like every generation kind of feels like that eventually. When in the 30s or 40s, and then in the 50s, and then in the 60s, and then in the 70s.
Yeah, but if internet goes down, what are these kids gonna do? Think about that.
Exactly.
It's also kind of like saying like this. Take it back and be like this rock and roll shit goes like all over the like probably the same thing you're feeling about the internet, right? Like. People felt about these kids are getting more fun rock and roll and heavy metal. Like it's always something. No, there will be something that this generation that's growing up is gonna be like. These kids are out of control. Like it's always eventually there's gonna be an age. It seems like.
Well, I know in some of our generations,
these kids are out of control, right? Is there ever been a generation or like, oh no, these people are great. Like I can't wait for these people. To,
problem is
I understand.
They're all passing away before our generation.
I mean, I understand
Well,
what you're saying, but the generations are getting worse, though. They have timeout cards in military now.
I agree, but I'm just saying there's always something to complain about, no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
well, like in mine,
when I grew up.
Tony's, especially Brenda's,
Mhm.
in our generation, we went out to work when we were younger. The
Yeah.
kids these days want to sit at home, but they want a paycheck from some company saying, "Hey, I did the work, but I'm going to sit at home and do it."
Or when they're working, they're on their phone all day.
Maybe they've figured out a way to monetize how to be at home and be on a phone. Like, things evolve. That's
Well,
you gotta
I
realize if
have
they're
worked at
making
several
money
fast
and
food
they're
places.
contributing. Like, don't be
I
mad
have
at them
worked,
because you had to work and bust your ass and they figure out a way to not have to do
Go
that.
ahead, Brenda.
As long as they're making the money, to
Ron.
support themselves, how can you be mad about that?
And other
All right.
people talk too, Ron.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Please
But
mute me
there
at any
is.
time. Please mute me at any time, please. Thank you. Sorry.
I've worked in several fast food places over the years, and I guarantee you, if the company does not make them kids put their phones in their lockers before they come on the floor, they spend all their time on the phone, Facebook and YouTube and whatever. And the older generation crew that's there is the ones that's doing all the work for them, and they're still getting a paycheck for doing nothing because they're over there playing on their phones. Along with, if the electricity goes out, I guarantee you, probably half of them cannot count money without a cash register because they're not being taught the way that we did.
Or tell time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when crap hits
But
the fan,
we
they're
are
coming to our
going
house.
through
They're not going to be able to take care of themselves.
Say that again, Angie.
When crap hits the fan, they're going to come to our generation looking for help.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to know what to do.
Exactly.
We're losing all the people that are like the campers and like the people that I would say like are the middle of the United States. Like, there was always like that culture of like, these people knew what the fuck. I'm sorry. Knew what to do. And it hit the fan. Like, if the apocalypse, who are you gonna run to? These people in the middle of the country got the guns. They got the bird. They got all this, but that's going away now. Even these people, I can understand that they're getting upset. It's the cell phone for sure. Social media.
Well, put it this
Everything
way:
and
the old.
everybody's becoming like this
But
way,
if the
and
phone
it's
don't
pissing
work,
everybody off. It's pissing
do?
everybody off about the cell phones. Yeah.
There are no more.
It's a worldwide problem. It's not just America. It's around the world. It's a problem.
But
There are
Ron,
no more old. Yeah, go
if
ahead,
there
Brenda.
is no phone service and no internet service and no electricity, what are they going to do then?
Yep.
How are they going to survive?
Here's my point, though. There's no more old days. You know what I mean? You look back and you look at and you think about your older generations, what they've been through, what they've done. There's no history that's going to be really
Bye, Virginia.
taught.
Bye, Virginia.
You know,
Have a good night.
Bye, Virginia.
Good night, Virginia. Hey, Wendy. Speaking of Wendy, she can speak Polish.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to get at is when I lived in Missouri for a year and a half on 10 acres of property, I had no running water. I had no electricity except my generator. Kids these days, I know my kids, if I took them out there to live for a year and a half, they would leave within 5 minutes because they're like, oh, we don't have running water. We don't have, electricity to run our phones and computers or tablets or whatever. They couldn't handle it. I loved it. I mean, it was freaking awesome as hell to live out there with no electricity, no water, and happen to survive that way. Kids these days, ain't no way in hell.
When I'm in Thailand, that's how I live. Like, there's no running water. There's a shower with a bucket. Like, there's no toilets. It's like living shit out.
Yeah, they know how to
6
live.
months like that, and then 6 months in the city life. So that's. I just come here and work and just make as much money as I can and then get the hell out of here and just live like a king.
Like now, yes, I'm in a house. Yes, I have electricity, but I have no running water into this house at all.
Well, what do you do? Well,
I go work out at a gym 7 days a week.
and you get water from the gym?
Yeah, I can take a shower there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. I have a gym membership just for that reason, because I can travel around. And yeah, they can always have a shower. So for Planet Fitness, this is the best way to go. It's only like $10 a month. But yeah, I hear you.
John,
what's the reason
you're-
that you don't have running
John,
water? Is
you're-
this like a mobile thing or something? That's awesome. Are you
No, it's
traveling
just I've
around,
got
or-
to remodel this house, and I got to run all new plumbing.
Okay. No.
I'm going to say about 5 years ago or something. The kids were all at my house for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Every one of them on their phones. I told them, put those things away or I'm going to destroy them. Can't handle it. When you're at a family gathering, put the phones away.
Yeah.
It's a different
I
time.
make a
It's
rule.
different
If
time,
I'm buying,
though, right?
when I go
You
out
just
to
gotta
eat,
piss
if
them
I'm
off and make them hate you. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Let me mute myself.
It's-
I'm gonna mute myself.
when I go out to eat and I'm buying, well, the kids are grown up now, so it's a little harder to say it now. But I always, when I'm buying, no phones at the table
Yeah.
when we're going out to eat and stuff.
Well, my middle child, when she was married and with her husband, they would be laying in bed, text messaging each other.
Yeah, I can't handle it. Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
Yep,
They have no communication skills. It's all by phone.
that's it.
Yep.
It's like my girls, they won't talk to me on a phone. They have to text me. They won't talk. And it's like, really? You talked to
I
me all
hate it.
growing up years. Why can you not talk now? Well, we just
Yep,
don't like to
hate it.
talk. We just text.
So
Whatever.
many socially
Call
awkward
me when you can
people
talk to
in
me.
this world nowadays because everybody can only talk through like phones. We're in a generation now where most people are dating people through their phone. Like that's how you meet people. You don't meet people like walking around a church or like what.
But
like
why
probably,
not?
that should it's
I mean, what's
online somehow.
that part of it?
Facebook or Tinder's or your whatever dating apps.
As
or
I said, the old
and there are people
times
that
are
don't know
over.
any other way.
Well, the funny part about that, what you just said, is all three of these people up on the panel I've actually met by walking around.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but you're
100%.
not going to see that nowadays. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's what I-
But it's also
There
probably
it
like
is.
the same way of like playing poker live and playing online poker.
You know
We're all
why they
online
ain't gonna do
poker
it?
now.
Because
Like,
they're
there's-
on their damn
people don't play
phone, stay
poker
home.
live anymore. It's kind of like it just evolves. Things evolve.
But
you know?
if you meet them online, how are you ever going to? I mean, unless you actually meet up with that person, how are you
Yeah.
ever really going to have a conversation that's called a
Well, you-
sit-down conversation with
Well,
somebody?
you video
that knows
chat
nothing
like we're
except
doing
talk
right
to
now.
the
Like we're
text.
doing right now. We can video chat. We can talk. We can, the same way we're doing right now.
Yeah,
Reading chat,
exactly.
Brenda.
That's
Yeah, that's it.
So the true meaning of Thanksgiving, you have your family come over for dinner so that you can be with your family and be thankful to God or whoever that you have
Yeah.
each other in your homes and your children. It's not
agree.
for your children to come over and play on the phone and come and eat your food and leave and not pay attention to anything. That
Yeah.
is the point
Right.
of Thanksgiving and holidays and family.
That
Exactly.
year,
But again,
you
it's
break
just,
all
it's just
this
a new
stuff.
complaint. It's the new every generation.
Hi,
has
Lou
a
and Em.
complaint. Like
Not
last
new,
time
it's
was
not-
like
Hey,
video
Lou.
games. Like these guys just
Hey,
want to
Lou.
play video games, or they just want to be.
Hey, Lou.
It's always going to be something new.
And it's not new.
This isn't new. This has been going on for quite a while.
Yep.
Exact. That even more my point. It's been going on for a long while. Like every generation. Like
That's why they're
whenever you go to meet up with your family, like the kids are always going to be doing whatever the kids do. It's just the kids are doing different things that you completely.
But that's the
disagree with
problem. It's
now.
not just the kids anymore. That's the way
Oh,
they're
yeah, it's
growing up.
everybody. Yeah, it's
As
everybody.
they get older,
yeah.
they're still doing the same thing. They have no
Like, say if
comprehension
you
of
were
what real
born
life is
within
about.
like 80s or 90s, 90s especially. Yeah, you're.
Well, I'll tell you what it's called. It's
if you're
called
born in the
respect.
90s, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
I understand what
it's
you're
called
saying.
it's called respect, and that's what I'm saying. It's it's common courtesy is out the window.
Exactly.
Yep.
My kids were never given nothing. They were working at 14 to 15 years old. You're buying your own car. That's why my kids didn't drive till they're 18, because I ain't paying for your insurance. I didn't buy their car. I didn't buy their insurance. I didn't pay for the gas. And I sure the heck, I was going to use a different word, pay for the cell phones. They had to learn to pay for all that on their own. And guess what?
And they appreciate it a lot in the long run, because they've had to work for it. They know they got to take care of it, or they're going to have to
value of money.
Every one of them went to their own homes without me knowing anything about it, and say, "Dad, come look what we bought." You talking about proud pop? I didn't give them a penny. None of them. They worked for everything in their whole life.
That's like my middle child. She wanted a cell phone to finish her school year. And I'm like, I'm not buying you one. She goes, "You have to." I'm like, "No, I don't."
No.
She quit school 2 months before graduation because I would not buy her a cell phone to graduate with.
Oh,
you should have bought her the shittiest phone you can find and just give that to her.
Thanks, Wendy.
I would have done that. Like, just don't get her. She probably wanted the iPhone. Like, here's something you can call with. Call me.
No.
I rather would have did that.
But it was not my responsibility to buy her a cell phone. She was working at the time.
I think that's tough right there. Like, I think most
Thanks,
families
Wendy.
That's a problem, though, also with schools, is what the teachers are saying. It's like there's too many helicopter parents that they get them the cell phones just so they can constantly be in touch with their kids 24/7. I mean, that's probably another thing that you guys didn't have to deal with. When you go to school, at least you get this time away from your parents. Nowadays, you're being followed by your parents on everything. They're following your website. They can track you on everything. Like, you basically have a surveillance device on your kids 24/7 if you get them a cell phone. Right?
I don't think that's it at all, because
there's a plus or minus to this, right?
I don't think that's it at all, because my kids never worried about me. They wanted the phones to be able to communicate because it was a new hip thing to have to talk to their friends. Mine knew I was.
If you know how to use it, you can also track them as well. They're
Well,
on your
why would I
plane.
want to do it? Because I trust them.
Yeah, okay.
You got to be able to trust them. They learn on their mistakes, and luckily mine have all done good. I have 4 kids. We got 5 kids have all done great. I can't complain.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you what was. This is a little off the subject a little bit, but Donna, she's been going to therapy because of her knee. And I was sitting out in the van waiting, and I'm watching all these people come out, and I thought about helping a couple, or the idea came in my head that, well, what if someone falls? I dare if I help them up or anything, because that'd be a lawsuit. Yeah,
Gotta be careful with that.
Yeah. So I mean, things have changed so much.
Exactly.
You gotta know your times.
I've been in Baltimore or in Maryland, stopped at an accident as a truck driver.
Yeah.
Police wasn't even there. No ambulances, no nothing. I go up and start helping.
I'd be scared to do that. I'd be scared to do it.
And
good on you.
The cop arrested me for it.
See?
It says it's against the law to touch a victim.
That's why I said exactly why I said I'd be scared to do it. Yeah,
but
no, it sure is. Man. It's fucking ridiculous.
But he got in trouble for actually having me, putting me in handcuffs by his sergeant.
Good. Good to hear.
Because he didn't do his job, was to take over.
Yeah. How long we go until? Tony, Brenda?
Whenever you tell us to quit.
Yeah, whenever.
Okay.
Whose channel is this? I don't think I'm subscribed.
It's the
to
Backwoods
other-
Misfit is I started it, and then everybody just shared and I don't care. I'm fine. I just didn't know how where everybody's at, so we know where we're at.
No, we're fine.
I'm
Okay.
Mr.
You know, Brenda's
Mr.
fine. She'll be up
Duggar.
about 5 in the morning, so she'll be fine.
No, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
You're right, Tony.
6 this morning when I got off.
6. I got up
You're
at
gonna
7
wake-
this
About 3 or 4 days in a row now.
morning.
You're gonna wake Angie up and say, "Get out of bed, feed the chickens."
No, I feed the chickens, the pigs, the goats. I get them all taken care of.
You want to see? Or you
Let
want to
us-
see how they kill
Let us
chickens
know,
in
Angie.
Thailand?
Let us know.
Does the animals not go to
She
work?
don't do the animals. The only time she ever
I
did
know.
was
I
have a
know.
piece.
I'm just giving a
I don't
hard
wake up
time.
at 4:30 when I get up, so
Yeah.
So it's 11:45 in the morning right now. The chickens are up. And,
Yeah,
roosters
10:45
are
here.
crowing. AM?
Yep. No, PM.
Yeah, yeah.
10:40.
10:45
Yeah.
AM in Thailand.
Oh. Yeah, I'm in Southeast Missouri.
Yeah, I can show you how a chicken's killed if you want to see how we do it over here on the farm.
Cool.
You can't show that on here.
Yeah, you can't show it. Nope.
Oh
We do
yeah,
our-
that's
They'll shut
right.
his live down quick.
Yeah, we don't. We
I
do
burn
our
free.
own. We never videotaped it because they will. They'll take it down.
Wow. All right,
Some
well,
things you talk about or some things you show, they'll take it down.
Nah, we do it inhumanely in Thailand. Like even when I buy a
Run-
fish, like you
run
go to the
free.
market and they take a bat and they beat it over the head,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
they just chop it up.
Yeah. That's what they
Like,
did with muskies and stuff when you're fishing out of the boat.
Beat it
Club
over the
them
head
over
with
the
a
head.
bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They say that's the best way to do it. I don't know, but when you see it like live in person, like as a person who just goes to the supermarket, you're probably like, yeah. Well, this is how you get your This is how you get your fish. I gotta watch my mouth. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Burn free.
Hold on. You don't need to see me. I'm sorry.
Mr. Duggar, you can come up if you want to. Anybody's
So how
welcome.
many pigs you got now, Tony? I'm sorry, Brenda.
Oh, you're fine.
2 pigs yet? Okay.
Yeah. We had 5 and 3 went to freezer camp.
Yeah.
And so I kept the 2, Sig and Sophie, and I'll be start breeding them in the first of the year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, do you ever? I was gonna say you don't deer hunt, so do you ever mix your pork with anything to make
No.
anything? Okay.
No.
no, we bring the whole animal in to be processed.
Okay.
The whole
Pigs and chicken are the only thing we raise that we disperse of anyway.
Okay.
I hope
You know
to.
about lechon? Lechon?
No, what's that?
What was that?
Lechon.
Mm.
Some kind of like pig dish or lechon. I don't know if you know because you grew pigs.
No.
I'll figure it out.
We still have 30 wonderful people. Thanks for joining, everybody. We
30
appreciate
people in
it.
there? Oh my
Yep.
goodness. You know, I came on this channel and I had 0 subscribers. I'm up to 40 subscribers, and I have nobody but Freedom Redbird to thank for that. Thank you, Freedom Redbird. I got 40 subscribers, I think, because of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if you type drop or freedom or free bird, we can pick you up and people can check out your
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
I used to have a big channel, but my channel got deleted because of nudity.
Yeah, that might do it.
Yeah, we don't allow none of that on here.
Yeah.
Hello, Rushing
When I
Wild
travel-
Mountain.
I was traveling.
Hi,
And
Ruby.
some girl's nipples slipped out.
Wild Mountain.
Yeah, that stuff will get Brenda and Steve demonetized. You got to be careful what we talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I won't talk about that no more.
Why do you think we asked to see who's behind camera before you're allowed on the panel to start with?
Yeah.
To make sure they got clothes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Man, it was like it was over the winter last winter. Somebody brought somebody up, and they went on thinking that they were good people, and something in that way had happened, and I can't remember who it was. It
What
happened
they do
to a
is,
channel.
what they do is they'll video, like right now. That's why sometimes I'll pause and I don't put my camera up too. They'll videotape you, and like if you wave or whatever, and then they'll tape that or record it.
So
And then when
here's what you got to do before you let them on. Say, hey, is it you? Give me 2 fingers.
Yep,
Give
touch
me
your nose.
That something, like just give me 2 fingers, and then you say, oh, okay.
Yep.
Because exactly what you're saying, they'll do that video record relax thing.
Yep.
But they,
Yep.
The way to get around somebody who got trolled. I've lost probably 8 channels because people love to troll me, and they try and get my channels always taken down. I can't even use my name anymore. I can't even probably say what my real channel name is because I don't think technically I'm supposed to have a channel anymore because
I Russian Wind Mountain.
They go through the YouTube terms of service and find some way to get rid of me. So I have to
Sorry,
find
Brenda.
There's something on your channel. All right, I'm talking to
DJ.
Hi, DJ.
DJ.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's up?
Jay's shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay. We know him.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah, hey guys, what's up? Good to see everyone.
All right, I got questions, and I'm not trying
Hey,
to
Lou.
Yeah, Lou. We would appreciate that, Lou.
The only question is, am I drinking more or is DJ drinking more? I just want to know, and then I'll understand what's going on here. Is this a drinking thing? Is this a drinking thing, or is this a?
No.
No.
I don't drink at all.
Okay, that's not okay. All right, that's all. Now I know. I didn't know.
DJ, you're supposed to have a shirt on.
Well, as long as you don't show your nipples, I think a YouTube thing is
You
for
are
nipples.
you are in the presence of women, DJ.
It's just shoulders. He might be wearing a tube top. You don't know.
Hi, Oscar.
Right?
It's
Well, welcome in, Oscar. Hey,
yeah, hey, John.
Eminem.
Oh, now I can tell you the story, Eminem. By the way, just so you know, when we were in your guys' live, I said that Brenda, I asked Brenda if she was still on strike. That's just a joke because she hasn't been working the corner lately. Just so you know. And then you go, oh, she's on strike. She's on strike.
Hey, Lou, I knew what he meant, but I didn't embellish it because I figured he would in the long run. So I wasn't saying nothing unless he was going to bring it out. That's an outstanding joke over here.
So are we doing shirtless streams now? Is that what's going on?
No.
No.
DJ, DJ's in a room where it gets hot.
Is it a fan room?
No.
You have aircon?
I have aircon, but it doesn't work that well.
Yeah, I lived in a lot of fan rooms. They're usually like $3 a night. Right on the beach, though.
No. This is my video in my house, and it's add-on we did last year. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Any
I
restaurant.
wish I had a Taco Bell in my corner, Wendy.
What were
Freedom
you
Redbird,
gonna say,
are
Angie?
you a beef, chicken, or steak kind of gal?
Me?
Yeah, are
Beef.
you a beef, chicken, or steak kind of gal?
She's like,
At the
she likes
Taco
Well,
two
beef
Bell.
steaks.
are the same thing, but
What?
I like one. I said beef and steak are same. It's
Oh
all beef.
no, at Taco Bell. Your order at Taco Bell. Are you a beef, or chicken, or steak? Those are your three
I like
choices
both.
of meat at Taco
I like
Bell.
both, but usually beef.
Oh,
She
you want
likes
a
tube
mixture,
steaks.
a threesome.
Angie, you were gonna say.
You want a burrito threesome?
I was just
Taco
going to say,
threesome.
two
Angie was
restaurants
gonna
on the
say
corner
something.
would be fine.
I want, give me that beef and that steak, baby. I don't think I've ever
I'm
had a
sorry.
beef steak taco. I've never had a beef. I might have to try it out. Is it really good? Beef steak taco?
Why not? They're both beef.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Angie.
Any restaurant on the corner would be fine out here by me and Brenda.
Yeah.
Well,
How many delivery places will deliver to your place?
zero.
Zero. None.
Really? Wow, I've like 1,000. I'm not.
The closest
From
town
every country. Like I can order from any country, just about. Like, what kind of food do you want? Like, from whatever country. Okay, but you can get it.
I can't even get UPS delivery in my yard. let alone
Holy shit!
food.
It's hard to get that. Yep.
You're like how I live in Thailand. When I go to Thailand, that's how I live, but not in America.
When we first moved on this property out front by the road,
Yeah, I do.
it says it just warns you about not stepping on my property. Anyway, the UPS and all them would always leave the packages right by the road. Wouldn't even get close to my gate. Now that I know them, yeah,
Do you have a dirt road? Do you live up a dirt road or?
Oh yeah,
that's
2.5 miles down a gravel road to get to my house.
Yeah, they're not coming up that shit. You're gonna need to get that shit paid for them to come up there. I think they only have to go up to a paved road and they can drop the shit off.
No,
I think by law, yeah, I think if it's unpaved, they can like leave it. I'm pretty sure.
No, because all out here is all unpaved. Everything.
They would lose a lot of money.
How are they gonna deliver to these dirt road places?
Drive on.
You guys just live a different life. I can't even fathom what you guys are talking about.
There's nothing
I
wrong.
lived on
Hey,
I
here's
lived
a
right
deal.
off a paved
Yeah,
road.
country here.
But I lived right off a paved road in Missouri, but they had to drive 1.5 miles to my house on a dirt road, and they refused to even deliver.
Yeah.
Of course they would. Of course. Why would they deliver there?
Why not?
I mean, you understand that delivery driver, he's trying to make a living too. And like usually deliveries are like close to the fucking place. You want those dudes to drive like 25 miles. And what? Here's the other thing
we gotta watch.
understand.
I do.
We gotta.
And then these people don't even tip or whatever too. A lot some of them they're like
Ryan.
and then it's like
Ryan.
you
if
see in
you're gonna let-
America.
Ryan.
It's wrong.
Excuse me.
But okay.
If you're going to ask a question, let somebody answer before you continue, please.
You can also mute me at any time. I told you have control of me at any time. I'm talking too much.
And we gotta watch our language.
Yep.
A little bit.
Am I cussing? I'm being natural, and I do have to watch it. I don't even realize I'm doing it. It's just how I talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes I catch myself, and sometimes I don't. It's just how I talk, and I'm sorry. I'm probably not right for this.
When we get our packages, we pay for the postal service to deliver it to us. Same as Amazon, UPS.
Okay, well that's different. That's different.
They pay
the packages.
They pay. That's it, and they make a lot of money doing it too.
But I'm just saying, if I was working for like DoorDash or Uber Eats, or somewhere. And normally I'm gonna find a place that's close to the restaurant. Boom, boom. And like when these people that order from restaurants that are like 20 miles away, and they leave no tip, or they leave like $1 or something ridiculous, like their food never gets delivered. This is a secret that people have to know. Order stuff that's close to your. If you order something that's far away from your house, and you leave like no tip or $1 or $2, nobody's ever going to deliver it. Your food's going to be terribly cold.
Bye,
You're going to
John.
be lucky because somebody will have to have something coming. All right, I'm talking too much.
Wendy, yes. Well, you got to kind of understand our part of the country here. A lot of it is country. It ain't city limits type country. And like for me, I've got a town 7 miles either direction from me, but they're little bitty small towns. One, the only fast food restaurant it has is a Taco Mile and McDonald's and a
How is
Subway.
delivery worth it for any delivery
But they
driver
don't deliver
living
nowhere.
in that area? Then I'm surprised you guys get delivery of anything then, because it's just
We
too
don't.
far out. It doesn't make sense.
We don't.
We don't get delivery.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
usually it only
that
goes
does make
most
sense. That does make sense. I'm like,
most
in the
places
city,
only go most places
Please
only
do,
go a
Wendy.
mile out of city limits, and that's and you're
okay.
still gonna pay for it.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we don't even
I was
have
just
any kind
curious.
of
No, I was
delivery
just
here.
curious about it. I'm sorry.
See, most
I
of the
text
people
you,
that live out,
Brenda.
most of the people that live out in the country, they're not into ordering food to come to their house.
Pizza
at all.
at their house. Yeah.
No,
Probably.
Brenda,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
we drive 20,
Brenda,
30 miles to go get it.
I text you, Brenda.
The place
I
I was telling you about one
back.
time I stayed where there was no
Okay.
noise.
Hmm?
You had to drive like, because we asked them like, hey, where is there some place to eat around here? They said, there's a gas station about 20 miles up that way that has pizza. I'm like, are you fucking, you're telling me there's a gas station 20 miles away that has pizza? Like, I don't know, just the way I grow up, like that's, I gotta go to a gas station to get pizza 20 miles away.
Okay, Brenda.
That just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. And you guys don't seem to like understand how crazy like somebody gives it to me. That's wild.
We don't have a problem with it, and it's not crazy.
Yeah.
We like it that way.
We live a
I
beautiful,
know.
wonderful life.
I'm just saying to me it was. No, I'm not saying it's crazy and that it's. Oh my god, no. I'm just saying like.
See, I guess if we wanted
That's
There's somebody who's
between
vacationing.
city folks
Like
and country
vacation.
folks.
When a city person goes on vacations in this area, and you know, you think that, yeah, oh shit, you're really
Ron?
out here. Oh, I did it again. I'm sorry.
Can I ask you to drop down for a
Leave.
while and let everybody
Yeah,
else
I'll leave. I'll
visit?
leave. I'll leave. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you coming up though.
No problem. No problem.
See you later, Ron.
Peace out, guys.
We'll talk to you
I cussed
later.
too much. I've
Have
been
a good
foul
night,
now.
Ron.
I'm sorry.
It's
Have a good
okay.
day. All right. DJ, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Teddy. How are you?
We're doing great.
Hi.
Good to see you. I see you in a bunch of lives, but it's the first time I believe we've met face to face.
Yes, I believe it is. Yeah.
Right. Did
Yeah.
Ed go to sleep?
What's that?
Mike, Mike just went. I was just saying, did Ed go to sleep? But he's mute.
Yeah.
What do you got, Steve? What do you got set up for tomorrow?
If I get up early, I want to go hunting. Maybe I'll go tomorrow evening. Hey, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Whatever, Scott. Get out of here, Scott.
How are you feeling, Scott? I know you was doing pretty rough earlier today.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Chicken brow cow.
Yeah.
Whatever, Scott. What?
Well, Oscar, I would say you could eat ice cream either before or after.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with that either direction.
You ready for tomorrow, DJ? I forgot about that too.
You're gonna beat me because my quarterback and one of my running back is out. So
Oh,
you're gonna win no matter what, Steve.
okay. We'll see, though. You never know.
Yep.
We're in fantasy football together, so for those who don't know.
What kind of reaction are you having, Scott?
He had that shot for his knee.
I know, but he's said
Oh,
he's having
no.
a reaction.
But yeah, Steve, you're definitely gonna beat me. I know that.
I'll have to look at the lineup once again.
Alright.
DJ, what team you like?
Well, I mean, really, Tony, my main team is the Jacksonville Jaguars because I am from Jacksonville.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I like the Patriots. She likes Minnesota Vikings.
Oh no!
Sorry
Not the Vikings.
That's where I'm from. You Wisconsin man.
Yes.
Both good.
But I will say this. Go ahead, DJ. But I will say this. You're the nicest Minnesota person I've ever met.
Wait till she gets off the camera. I can't have any better. I got that.
He's kept me around for 24 years. I can't be that bad.
Exactly.
And you kept him around that long.
There's Ed.
Yeah.
They shot cortisone in his knee.
Yeah.
And you're allergic to the cortisone, Scott? Oh, that's not good.
I had that once.
Why don't you just have that thing replaced?
You're really hardcore buy. Guess he hit the wrong button.
So what part of Minnesota, Angie?
I was born in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Young.
And then I lived up in Walker for a while. And then
Don't know where that is.
Up by Bemidji, Brainerd.
I just know St. Cloud, Minneapolis. Yeah.
My dad
worked for a company.
Right
Hey, y'all.
I worked for a company out of St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, what in the shenanigans is going on up here?
Yeah,
not much. I lived right in the middle of Wisconsin, practically, Marshfield. I was about 3 hours from Minnesota.
I went to
I never
Wheeler,
fished there. What was that?
I've been to Wheeler, Wisconsin. Were you by there?
Okay. I'm not sure where that is.
I think it's kind of right across the border south.
Okay, Scott.
So down by Perry Eugene and all that, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Scott, we won't talk bad about you, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's the side of the state I haven't visited much. Mostly all northern area or western. A little bit of western, not much western either.
Right.
Little eastern. So what are you doing, Wenders?
Nothing much. Just chilling.
Yeah.
Yep. I cooked some dinner and took a shower and hanging out with y'all. Listening to the shenanigans that was going on. I figured I might need to come up here, but I was too late. Good job. I seen Angie was getting a little hot. She was getting a little heated. She was fanning her face.
My blood pressure.
Yeah, she goes, my blood pressure's raising. Look, I'm turning orange.
I was like, ruh-roh.
Yeah. She kept hitting. She goes, what's Brenda's phone number?
Right.
I was getting there.
That's what I was texting Brenda about.
Yeah, I figured. I actually got a text about it too.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Yeah. So, Brenda, remember that for the next time. Yeah. Let's avoid that situation.
Not to get off the side note again, but the Vikings, I think, are doing pretty good this year, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're doing better now that our quarterback is out.
Oh, really?
Hi, Lucy.
My niece and her husband are huge Vikings fans. I mean, huge. They live in right outside St. Louis, but they love the Vikings.
I actually knew I don't know if he's still there with the Vikings, but one of the running backs for the Minnesota Vikings, which was Peterson.
Oh yeah,
Adrian Peterson. Yeah, he's from
Adrian.
I went to school with him.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah, he's originally from Palestine, Texas.
Right.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Lucy.
Hi, DJ.
Yeah, hey, Lucy.
How are you, darling?
Hi, Lucy.
Do good. How are you?
I'm doing good too. Thank you.
Did you say you're out calling you?
Hey, sis.
DJ, what part of the country are you at? Don't say your town or anything, but about.
Southwest Florida.
He's in Florida.
Florida. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. That's why I like the Jacksonville.
He's here with always nice.
Jaguars.
Well, see, I'm from Jacksonville. That's not where I live.
Right. I know. Right.
Yeah.
My mom and brother still live down in Florida.
Nice.
But I am a
DJ
Patriot.
gets fresh oranges whenever he wants.
Yeah. That's what you think, Steve.
I drove truck through Florida when I was thinking about going over the road, but I didn't wanna. But I drove the whole state of Florida, and man, there was oranges everywhere.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when I drove through, I was hoping to see a dang alligator on the side of the road, a wild one or something. Out of all things, what did you think I saw across the road?
Crab.
A black bear.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
When we first met. I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ.
No, I was just gonna say, they always tend to stay out of the areas, but I did have one in my neighborhood a couple years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, ended up right at my Naples driveway.
Back when we first met, I took her down to meet my mom and my brother. And so we're driving down, it's just a road right along the beach. And all of a sudden, a big crab, jumped up off the side of the road and walked across the road sideways. She jumped back. What the heck is that? It was funny. I laughed so hard. I mean, you could see that. I mean, it was a pretty big crab. It just right across the road.
I was scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, all we see around here is cows and wild hogs and bears and deer.
Whereabouts are you from?
I'm in Eastern Tennessee. I'm probably about 40 minutes from the Smoky Mountains.
Nice.
Her aunt lives.
She lives in Liberty right now.
Liberty.
I don't know where that's at. I don't know where Liberty is. I'm right outside of Knoxville in Lake Knox County.
Yeah, she lives.
Well, when I was driving truck, I went to the Smoky Mountains through there. We got to the top of the hill to stop, and you got out, and it smelled like a zoo. You could tell where everybody pulled over to take a leak.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, it stunk.
That's like going into New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like driving through Chattanooga. Oh my gosh, it's there's like one spot that you drive through in Chattanooga where the I guess I don't know, some kind of plant. I don't know if it's a paper plant or a sewage plant. I don't know.
It's probably a paper mill.
They do Oscar
dog food.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross.
The worst thing is going by a dog food plant.
When I first met Donna, we went through it's called Mosinee, Wisconsin, in their paper mill. We got close and I rolled the window down and I locked the window. She's like, "All right, what's that smell?"
That's bad. That was exactly my first thought. What is that smell? Oh my God.
Him and his brother coming from the airport, they both had gas and they rolled the window up and locked the door.
That's something that Steve would do on a regular.
Yeah.
I would never ride anywhere with Steve, just saying. I know his shenanigans.
Oh. Now this is a better life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was getting oh man. I was getting stressed out.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's happened a few times on my lives, and me and Brenda's like, no, I don't think so.
Right. She kept elbowing me, knock it, don't say nothing, keep you quiet.
I had my feel way back there, but I was trying to not be rude. But I just can't get them to calm down.
Yeah, I was literally like, hubby was watching a movie, and I was trying to be quiet or whatever, and I was literally like, every time Brenda would speak, I was like, "Atta girl, atta girl." She was like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Atta girl."
Yeah,
I have to get out at somebody, but when they won't listen to start with, it's like, golly, you can't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah. Well, and there, a lot of people. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to get too into it. It's not my channel, but yeah. Just have respect. Have respect for a panel. A panel is a panel. It's not a me time.
Yeah. No, I mean, I will represent he almost had me out of here. But
Aw.
yeah.
No.
Well, I got a
Yeah.
feeling that a lot of that could have been what was in that bottle kicking in. So.
Yeah. No doubt about that. No doubt about it at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I drink, and well, Brenda drinks. I mean, some of us do drink, but we don't go on a panel and act like yeah.
There's
You guys
Like,
drink?
There's good
Yeah.
drinkers, and there's some people who just
we have fun though. It's always a good time. It's not. Yeah. That's why Steve put up with me for so long. Or Steve would be like, he'd have blocked me years ago.
Me too.
Yeah. We can get feisty though if we want to, but only if we have to.
Yeah.
No.
Only if we have to.
Well, it's like some people just don't have no considerations for others. Is my main thought on
Right.
that part. Like you've got
So
to
when
be
you get,
considerate.
yeah, when you get the camper out, where's the first place you're going, Tony?
next year. Oh heck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just put the thing to sleep.
We'll probably
Yeah.
put the Jan's meetup.
Probably Jan's
Yeah.
meetup by whenever she decides
Okay.
to have it.
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking about May, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna go co-host with her again?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to your meetup then too.
Okay, cool. Well, she said, so I don't, unless she, we haven't talked about a whole lot yet about it. So other than that, she took the poll on it.
Hopefully, I have a van by then.
Yeah.
We're glad you do have fun, Lucy. Because that's what to me, that's what it's all about. If you can't have a little fun and laughter, life is too short to not have it.
Exactly.
But y'all are.
Yeah. You know,
One
it
of the
seemed like this.
always a blast.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Oh, I wasn't looking up at the screen. Hey, Wendy. I was like, what? Hi. I was like, have another drink there.
Arctic Farms, Wendy. She's a
Yeah.
good girl. Good
Yes,
lady.
Hard Neck
yes.
Farm. Hey,
He's
Wendy.
another Okie.
Yep. Does not
He's the
live
last-
he lives about 25, 26 miles.
North.
No, west of us, northwest a hair, and I'm going to say Brenda lives
About 30 miles, probably.
from you. Really? No, it ain't that far.
How far are you from Chandler?
9 miles.
Oh, well, I thought you was farther than that then. So now, hell, we're only about 15 miles in.
Yeah.
You guys are only 15 miles apart?
Yep.
Yes.
That's cool.
Dang.
We haven't gone out to lunch or dinner, nothing. We just
Hey,
I know.
did the
I
thing.
did.
Well-
I did meet him at the auction the other day, but that's the closest we've gotten to being around each other. We've seen
Here.
more at meetups than we have here.
yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yep.
Well, that's like the same with like Pontoon Jody. You know, we're close to each other. We've never even met in person. Like, really?
Yeah.
You know, and there's like hardly anybody around me.
Actually,
I don't have anybody close to me.
actually Wendy, the other Wendy that's on the comments, her parents live probably about 15 miles from where we live. We know where exactly where her parents live.
Oh.
Nice.
Actually, the closest YouTuber that lives near me is an hour and 10 minutes away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few that's close to me, but they're like in the fishing community, and they're always fishing, and I can't like just go fishing to meet them. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to meet up.
Right.
And so we just haven't had the opportunity yet, but I will be out on the boat with Jody at some point, hopefully.
Hey, Brenda, you remember that auction we went to?
Mm-hmm.
All that video I was doing?
Yeah.
Every bit of it. My screen was set the wrong size.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and when you go to watch it, it is actually long. It's really skinny. It's smaller than your 9x16 for the shorts. And if I try to size it, it magnifies it all the way right up to your face. I mean, it's bad. I just tossed all of them. They're all gone.
That sucked.
Yeah.
Only one little one there, and that's the only thing I did. And I was going to make a short out of it, but I still ain't never done it.
Right.
He said he was going to show everybody how much money you spent.
I think Tony spent more than I did.
You're probably right.
No, I don't think so. I think you spent more than me, Wendy, Brenda.
Well, let's see. I spent about $80, I think, altogether.
Mine was about just under 120.
They went to the ball auction, right?
Yeah, ball auction.
Yeah.
It was Chan.
And a state auction.
Right. It was a good auction.
At the front door of the old house. I gotta get in the house.
I will see y'all out by guys.
All right. Have a good night, DJ.
All right, DJ. Good night,
sir.
Yeah,
Good night, DJ.
Nice seeing y'all.
Yeah, you have a good night.
He gone.
Poof.
Yeah. Don't take him long. When he says goodbye, he's
Yep, he's gone. Wendy said she still has your jars in her SUV and she'll be at her mom's.
She can keep them.
Yeah.
It's just like 2 jars.
It's only a few jars.
Wendy, it was John
I gotta
Ball
buy it.
auctions out of Chandler. And it was just,
I gotta buy a lot of jars.
yeah, he's about to buy Chandler.
Are you going to can it?
Yes, I'm gonna make my barbecue sauce next year,
Okay.
and I know quite a few people that want jars of it.
Well, I thought you was going to be doing that here soon.
I'll be right back.
Do what?
I said, I thought you
What,
were
Brenda?
soon.
I can say that one more time.
Brenda, I think your microphone is something skipping or something. Speak again.
Well, everything glitched there for a second, so it probably was. I
Okay.
said, I'm doing the barbecue sauce here pretty soon.
Well, I've got to get this job first because you got to have money to buy all the ingredients.
Okay.
Right, Wendy.
And then I've got to buy what, 500 jars?
You better start looking for some garage sales or something.
Yeah, really, because the price of jars have went up pretty tremendously.
Well, that's fine.
You know what I did? My tomato sauce jars. I like moonshine. I get a jar like once a month.
Yeah.
And they're canning jars. And that's what I've been using them for my spaghetti sauce. And
Definitely.
Use what you can find.
I save all of my jars. Like if I go, of course, I can and I have my own pasta sauces and stuff, but I also pick up like if Ragu's on sale, I'll pick up a couple jars and I save every jar. I don't care what size it is, whatever. You can use it for your dry herbs. You can use it for your pastas. Yeah. You can use it for anything. Because I make a lot of my spices and stuff fresh, and I have like an entire shelf of just dry spices, and then like pastas, and save every jar. I don't care what it is. If it's, if it's glass, save it.
Moonshine.
Those moonshine jars, I save every one of them. Even the little bitty ones, like you get like the little shots.
I remember. Go get it. Go get it.
Like
I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Like the little shot jars of moonshine that you get, like the little $4 shots or whatever.
Right.
I save those and use those for like extra salt, pepper, just whatever,
Right.
Wendy's gonna start buying baby food pretty soon.
I am totally not buying baby food. But I do save like all the jars.
The moonshine I like is Midnight Moon Cherry.
Oh, what? Did you say cherry? What?
Yeah.
I'll buy the cherries. I buy the moonshine cherries once a month.
Strong. Gasoline.
I do not like I like some of the flavors, but I don't like the regular moonshine stuff, like the lightning and the.
Yeah.
That's just so gross.
Yeah, I looked at them today. It's like, golly, they got a whole shelf of every flavor you could think of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Back a couple, the years we had the C word, and I was wanting to do some canning. I couldn't get jars nowhere.
Nope.
And I ran out, and I made it. At that point, I decided that when jars were coming available, I was starting to buy them, and I'm stacking them up. And I wasn't. She seen them in different places stacked up in the house, but I would buy a tray, which is one cart, and bring it in the house. Because I want them. If things ever get bad, I've got a lot of meat. I want to pressure can meat and put it up.
Exactly.
Hey, Jonesy.
I wanted those jars specifically for that. And it was funny. I actually took all the jars, and we've got one side of our attic is we have an attic we store a lot of stuff in. And she went up in there one time, and she turned around. She goes, "What the is all those candy up here?" You believe me, that's what it was.
To be honest, though, that's one of the best prepping items you can have, because I went through the same thing. And one of my friends on YouTube actually sent me, I couldn't find rings or lids anywhere. I could not find them for the life of me. I couldn't get them on Amazon. And she sent me a ton of those. And but even, I'll go to a thrift store, and if I see one jar for $1, I'm buying it. Like, I don't pass up jars at all.
Right.
That is one of the best, and it's a great barter item if something was to happen. And like, if I was in the situation and I know that you close, I'm calling y'all up. I'm be like, hey, I got, tons of, whatever, here's you like 5 bushels of tomatoes. Can I have a case of jars? Like, you barter.
Right. Exactly. I think.
Hey, Jonesy.
Wendy got a bunch of jars.
G'day.
Yeah, I seen them
Hello,
there.
Jonesy.
Hey, Jonesy.
Hi, Jonesy.
Hey, Jonesy.
Hello. I've been watching for a while, but it's been a lovely day here. But I just thought I'd jump on now before dinner is served.
What time?
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? It's some sort of pasta dish with, I don't know, beef mince and pasta and tomato something, and I don't know.
I didn't hear the dinner bell. What happened?
Not
Hang
ready.
on. No, it's not ready yet. She told me to get outside and get out of her hair. So I thought, what better time? I'll come out and talk to you guys.
There you go.
Oh.
So how are we all going today? This has been an interesting conversation from way back.
You got to see the ag.
Hey there, L&M.
Tony and Angie, Wendy said that Guthrie's having their territorial Christmas event pretty soon. Maybe we could all meet up for it. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she texted me about it. I think, and I've just been so busy, I haven't even thought about it. Yeah.
Hey, I'll have a Christmas event over here. Just pop on over. It'll be good.
Yeah, we'll be there tomorrow, Jonesy.
Yeah. A cruise ship just left the front out. A cruise ship just left out the front about 20 minutes back. So we've had
yeah,
a
I've
couple of
seen that
thousand.
where you said.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
No, we had
Jonesy.
a couple of thousand strangers walking around town. It was pretty sort of cool again. Everyone
Cool.
from Americans to locals from the mainland.
That's
That
when
was
I
good.
would be staying in the house. Too many people for me in one small area. Hi,
Yeah.
LW.
I was
Barry
gonna
said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
look, I just can't shut up. I'm sorry, Miss.
No,
O.
it's not you. It's we have a delay. We have a delay. It seems like every time I talk, somebody's talking. I'm sorry.
Well, I am coming from the other side of the globe.
It's
Maybe
all
that's
right.
the delay.
I was just reading chat. Barry said that he wants some old smoky moonshine now.
Yeah.
We went to some guy's house in Clarksdale, Mississippi, and he had, you want to try some moonshine? I said, sure, why not? And he said, now, which one do you want? And he had like about, I don't know, 30 different jars, and they were all different combinations of flavors.
Ooh, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
See, I like moonshine a lot, but I do not like being drunk. I do not like it. And I know to stop.
And it sneaks up on you. That's the stuff that sneaks up on you. You buy it and you're like I get the cherries and you guys, Brenda, like I'll sit there and just eat and eat and eat. And I'm like, they're just cherries. No, they're not, Wendy. No, they're not. And then all of a sudden I am plastered. Brenda's like, how many did you eat?
It's done hit her.
I'm like, I ate like 40 of them. And it'll give you a headache too. You can't overdo that stuff for sure. It will give you a headache.
I told her she's gonna have to start taking out like 10 and leave the whole jar in the house. So she
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just get me like a little Tupperware container and count them out. You're allowed 10. That is it. When they're gone, you're done.
I would be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, Angie, I was like after eating those, and then about 2 days later, I think it was, I was eating them again, and Brenda's like, "Are you eating cherries again?" I'm like, "Yeah." And the next thing you knew, I was puking cherry juice. I've never eaten another cherry ever. So
next week.
Well, I haven't bought any since then. I'm proud of myself just because I keep remembering me
She's been
puking
talking
them
about
up.
it. Gonna do it next week. Gonna do it next weekend.
Yep.
Who was holding your hair, Wendy, or did you turn out with some nice red streaks for the next
I
week or
had
two?
some. It was highlighted, dude. It was totally cherry streaks. It was gorgeous. My whole face was red. My hands were stained. Like it was great.
Where'd Brenda
go? I don't know.
Did you hit the wrong button?
There's Brenda. She had to go pee.
That was fast.
That was real quick.
Lost my internet for a second.
No, I
Does
don't
that
think
every
I've
now
met,
and then.
I don't think I've met Man and his dog before.
That's Ed.
You know who this is, Jonesy.
Oh, that's Ed. Man and his dog. Is that a new channel? Or
Yeah,
is
that's gonna be the new channel name.
When are you starting that?
Today.
In 7 more days.
Oh,
7 more days. Okay.
Okay, who's the dog?
Let me change everything on there except the name.
Yeah. Well, mate, I'm a party of that. I've changed about 5 times the name, but it's all about branding.
this'll
If
be
you
it.
can find the right brand that suits your channel, it definitely helps.
Yeah, because it's just me and my dog.
Cool. And what's his name?
Her name is Gypsy.
Gypsy.
Okay, I got that wrong. God, it's a 50-50.
She's like the best dog in the world that I've ever
nice.
had.
Isn't it funny how dogs give you 110% like devotion? They'll just, doesn't matter what you do, they just look at you like, you know, like you're the best thing in the world, blah blah blah, and they'll. Poor old Charlie, like we've hacked him to. We got the clippers out, and we thought we'd cheap out on send him to the Poochie parlor, and we bought a expensive pair of clippers, and boy, it didn't work. He looks like a mess. He's got chunks out here and chunks out there. Yeah, he looks at us, and he knows he looks funny because he looks at us and he just goes, and he walks away.
He's like, oh, Dad, I'm never going to get a date now. Thanks a lot.
And see, you can ask Brenda. My dog is spoiled. Like when I go to bed, she's underneath the covers, but she has to be touching my leg or she can't sleep.
I only have like 5 of them every night. That's like that. They literally sandwich me and I can't even move. They're spoiled.
We got the one, and he runs the house. He jumps around everywhere and tries to play with the cat.
Welcome back, Oscar.
Cat gives him a big claw and says, "You're not playing with me, little boy. Rack off." And
Hard Mac Farms has a new channel also.
Yeah, I was trying to say, tell her to post it so everybody knows it.
Sure.
I think
when did they get another channel?
Or did I see a community? I've seen a community post.
I've got about 4 other channels no one knows about, but I'm keeping it that way.
I can't even keep up with. No, I tried the second one. I'm never even there.
I've got channel. You know how people say stick to a niche and just go with it, and the so-called sub for sub is not good and all that stuff. So I'm trying out a few different niches, and it seems to be one of them. One of them seems to be working really good, but we'll just keep it going.
Thanks, Lucy.
You'll stumble on it one day because you'll start. I don't talk on it a lot. Every now and again I do, but you'll see, and I know who that is.
Before you know it, like you'll turn on YouTube and the front page of all the suggested videos, it'll all be Radio Jonesy with a different channel. It'll just be, Jonesy in Australia and Australia Radio India, and
I wish.
It's just pick one. Which one do you want to watch?
I tell you what, I started with the music channel like Australian Radio Indie just to show people the bands that I was going to see or was in or whatever, and they could hear it with a quality recording. And like people, how people say, I wish I went to that gig last night. I just didn't know it was on. I didn't see that post until the next day, or they always had an excuse not to go to the venue. And then I just started posting what you missed out on. That was my sort of, this is what we did. If you like it, good on you. And if you like it and you missed out, well, bad luck. Like that was my sort of inspiration.
There's the new channel.
Yeah, there's a new channel right there.
Mrs. Hardknuck Farms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just doing both channels now?
Hey,
I have a hard time doing one.
Hey, Wendy, I wanted to talk to you real quick about that. I read your about section, and I told you I seen what you talked about political, and I read everything you said. I'm going to tell you, I got from a person that I know and I'm not going to bring his name up ever, but he sent me an email, and if you guys all seen before, I did a lot of prepping stuff and just a lot of things, and I was talking a little political. Anyway, this person told me I need to not keep doing that because we as us people are being monitored and watched, and you're being marked. And this person that I know is he's retired. I'm not gonna say where. Anyway, he just told. So that's why I quit doing my prepping stuff. I didn't do political. I did not want to become marked. I've just left my stuff alone. So I see what you and I understand, but I decided I wasn't gonna go that route no more.
Yeah.
See if we can post her link to her new channel.
I got it.
It's all about like
you know, and you're right about that, Tony. Like even with that's how my channel, I started just the gardening and then got into prepping, and I was getting really deep into the prepping thing.
Yep.
I had to leave the community altogether because I was feeling like everybody's just there. There was so many people just there, just watching to see, who their target's going to be, what do they have, where are they located, and it's not hard to find people. I mean, come on. And so, I got away from that.
A few months back, we bumped into our local senator down the road, and when you see her, it's a lady, lovely lady. She's used to be in the military. She's real Australian, as ochre as you can get. G'day, mate, how you going? Like she talks to you like she's down the pub or having a few. She's just really, really nice person. And she just said, "Now listen, just keep this under your hat, but we're pretty sure you better get some supplies because the supply chains will stop soon because there'll be a couple of actions, a couple of wars, and there'll be a few things happening." That's what we're hearing in Parliament. So just go home and stock up your pantries with rice and cans and whatever food you think you need, because there might be a supply chain stoppage.
Mm-hmm.
And since she said that, there was obviously what's going on in the world. So, but there's been no supply chain stoppage.
Well,
but it was just interesting to hear her tell us that down the road.
Well, that's the thing. That goes on and it goes on and it goes on, and you hear, something's going to happen tomorrow. Go get some rice and beans. Something's going to happen next week. Go get some rice and beans. And then you get to the point where you got so much rice and beans. Thank God nothing does happen. But what do you do? You're sitting on all this. You're sitting on all this stuff. And
moderation is the thing.
Yeah, some people go out of control. I've seen people where they've got totes and totes and totes and totes and totes. I'm talking their entire house, their basement, their attic, their garage. They have so much stuff that even if the worst would have come first, they wouldn't even know what they had. And I can tell you from experience, stocking up on stuff just because it has shelf life and it lasts or whatever. When it gets to the point where you don't need it, look how much food is being wasted. And look at the families that are out there starving just because they can't go buy it because you decided to stock up 49 cases of corn and you eat one every 6 months.
Well, no, I don't think no one's gone down that sort of drastic here, but it was like John Wiggs said there. We went out and bought a few extra big packets of toilet paper and all the stuff you need to fill up your pantry. Just keep your pantry full because we just didn't know. But it was interesting just coming from her, like we just pleasantries, g'day, how you going, and what's the latest, what's going on. Do you need do you need a hand next election? Count me. I'll help you out if I can. All that sort of general conversation, and then she just said, "Well, listen, this is what we're hearing," and my wife's looked at me and went, "Oh my Lord, what's going to happen?" You come home and you think the worst, and then nothing happens, and you think it's all good, and next thing you know, there's a couple of wars going on, and then you go, obviously, intelligence knows whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen, but or do they or don't they? I don't know. But anyway,
they're just in social media, there's too much of that fear mongering going on. There's just way too much. You can't, if you paid attention to every single, you go to all these prepping channels and you paid attention to every single one of them, they've got their own opinions on when something's going to happen, what's going to happen, what you need to go do. And then you end up confused.
But there's a difference between a social media person and a federal politician that comes
That's
up
true.
to the senator and says, "This is what might be
And
happening."
I would be listening to that person. That's for sure. I mean, I'm just kind of throwing that out there.
Yeah.
The world was supposed to come to an end in what, 2020?
Well,
I mean,
it already was supposed to, like, Y2K. I was so prepared for that night. I had all the champagne. And I just had a good buzz going. I'm like, I wake up, there's champagne bottles everywhere. I'm like, all right, well, it's all
No
good.
planes.
Miss Hardneck
Farms. No planes dropped out of the sky. No, all that drama about all the computers on a plane don't get a flight on that night because the planes will get to the certain spot and they'll just drop out of the sky.
Oh my gosh.
Like all that stuff was going on, and we're going, can't be that bad, surely.
I just turned off the news. I've not watched the news in so long. I'm done. I can't.
Yeah, we turn the TV off.
Yeah, we're the same.
I don't have a TV.
I watch. All I watch is basically some.
And that is kind of bad though, because we're always on panels together, and all of us turn our TV off. And none of us watch the news, and then we're just gonna be sitting here like chilling. Something bad's gonna happen. We're like, dang it! At least one of us should have had the TV on.
Well, who listens to the radio is a great song by an artist, but who listens to the radio? Like I listen to a couple of different radio programs, and I sort of get my information from there. And plus,
Exactly, Wendy. Exactly. Yeah, a real prepper suggests you pick up a few things, not go hoard the entire store. And I'm kind of glad that they put limits on things in the stores. I really am.
Miss Hardneck Farms, you have 34 followers now.
Where's the link for that? I couldn't see it.
Welcome back, John.
Yeah. Anyway, anyway, life's good. The sun's shining here today.
Yeah, thank
People
God.
are having a good time on a cruise ship. The weather's nice and warm. So, yeah. Life is good.
Seeing John Wigg's thing about toilet paper. I don't know. One day I was doing a video about my home. Our home is spray foamed in the attic. And I was up in the attic and I was turning around showing with the camera. And it zoomed right on by some packages. And then my brother called me, goes, "What the heck's all that toilet paper?" I mean, I think you've got like 4 big things of them or something like that. But that's the only thing he's seen. What are you keeping all that up there for?
So that's why I couldn't find toilet paper that week. No, I'm kidding. I totally would stocked up on toilet paper at that time. The shelves were just bone dry. Like, it was crazy.
Now you know who was buying it.
I know, right?
Hey, I know who's
He wants Murray's.
Like I said earlier, I totally know who I'm calling if I need to barter some, something.
Yep. Like I was saying earlier, all of our neighbors they think the same way around here. And one of our neighbors, his house caught fire. And they're very big. Well, they used to be really big preppers. They've kind of calmed down about it, but everything they had in their house that was stored, they had a bedroom just full of this stuff. And anyway, they were moving it around, and they believed in bartering, and they had cases. Did I say cases? Cases of hard liquor for bartering that we moved. Wow. I could not believe what they had in there. Now, who knows what the price is? I just crazy. Yep.
Thank God they live next door.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
We'll change toilet paper for liquor.
Exactly.
Yep. They had a lot of stuff. I mean, it's amazing.
Did it make your butt itch forever, John?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. No, why don't we I get you. We don't have insulation. We have spray foam. But yes.
That would be bad if it got to the point where you're like, well, I'm about to take out this wall. I need that insulation. I got to poop. I ain't got no toilet paper. You'd be like Ed with the hammer, just taking the sheetrock out. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not.
That's
wasn't
why
nice.
you know
don't
what.
have insulation.
Like who here's been in Scouts? Anyone been in Scouts in the movement? Like you shake hands in Scouts with your left hand, not your right hand, because that all started when whoever it was that started the Scout movement was in Africa, and in Africa, talking to the local tribesmen, you didn't shake with the right because the left is for eating, and the right is for cleaning. And that's how the Scout movement started. Left-handed, special handshake.
That makes sense.
Dog?
Drag your butt on the carpet.
Well, I hope you clean the carpets afterwards, John.
Bit of boot scooting.
Oh, floor like that dog. Oh my god. I can see it now.
Yeah, there's a song there from a friend of mine who listens to the radio. He's about 72 or something, and he's put that song out. Oh, that's his old song from the 80s, but he's redone it and slowed it down.
Yeah, I bet it is, Ryan. No worries. John said, "No, I just moved out."
Yeah, new carpet.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah.
No brown streaks in the underwear, but the carpets have permanent stains. Yeah. Sounds like Barry.
See, people haven't got time to watch TV. They do lives because you're always on a live somewhere or you're watching a live, and they go for an hour at least, minimum. So I can see why people don't watch TV when they do YouTube.
Hi, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby.
It just costs an arm and a leg to get cable.
Yeah.
When you live in the boonies.
Oh, mate, the old Facebook, it's past its use by date. All it is now is advertisements.
We don't do Facebook, none of that stuff.
No, I keep mine just to go to the memories, because it keeps all your memories. Each day you can go back and save your stuff that was a memory from 9-10 years ago, like photos and little videos, and yeah. No, I don't suppose if I move, like we invested in a 95-inch big screen TV, and it's a big one. It's too big for the house, to be honest. Where they want you to put the TV, it doesn't really suit where it goes. But 95% of the time, it's either used in gaming or YouTube. But the wife gets on and she looks for her channel to use her channel, because that's where her favorites are saved. And she looks at all my channels and says, "Who the heck is this? What's this one over here?" I said, "Oh, that's the one I started about a month ago." "Well, what do you do with this one?" And I said, "Don't worry about it. Just go play your games and watch your stuff." I'm trying to become an internet superstar by trying new things, but it ain't working.
I quit trying. I just get videos, and that's all I'm doing.
You know what? I'm enjoying it. Like, I had leg problems. I got circulation problems, and the doctor says you got to walk. So instead of like before, I couldn't walk. I had to have my legs up. I was in bed for 5 weeks, elevated and stuff. And now it's get out there and start moving around, fat boy sort of thing is what he said. Get out there and enjoy yourself and enjoy the countryside and go for a hike, or all that sort of stuff. And I thought, you know what, I'm not even going to buy joggers or new boots or anything. I'm just going to walk on the sand and go down the beach. We're surrounded by beaches, and it's even harder to walk on beaches than it is on paths. So that's my new thing now. Going for a walk on a beach where it's not freezing cold like Ryan reckons it is.
Yeah, y'all both have beautiful beaches where you're at.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's surrounded by.
No, it's just an everyday sight for y'all, but for us, it's not.
Yeah, it reminds me of Arkansas, to be honest. Like when we went to Arkansas, with all the rivers and the countryside and the outdoorsy sort of things going on, it sort of reminded me of Tasmania. Without the beach, obviously. But they call Arkansas the nature state, I think it's called. I think we're sort of similar here.
That I don't know.
Yeah. I'll tell you what
Brenda,
they've done.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go spend time with Donna and that before I go to bed yet for a little bit. Can you shut her down when you're done?
We can go ahead and shut it down now, Steve, if you want to. I need
That's
to
up
eat
to
some
you
supper
guys.
anyway.
I mean, if you're having fun, you guys can keep it going.
I'm about ready to go.
I haven't even had
my name already.
Hey, Skip.
Okay. It was good to have you up here, Jonesy. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I'll go live myself, but I won't. I'm going in for dinner.
All right.
And I'll be ready
appreciate
soon.
you coming in.
Hey,
I should have come in earlier.
Ray Wolf.
Ed, Wendy.
Wendy.
Well,
Actually,
Wendy. She's not there. She's sleeping too.
All right, y'all. It was fun.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Good
Y'all
night.
have a great night.
Good night,
Don't forget-
everybody. I appreciate
Nope.
y'all being here.
help Brenda with the watch hours if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Yep. Do. We'll see y'all later.
Take it easy.
All right.
y'all.
Good night, everybody.
All right, later.
It was fun.
Yep.
See you in the next one. Good night, all.
Still going. Still alive.
Steve got it removed